Check one, check two, check one, check two. Hello T-Mac, hello SimFans. Test, test, test. Hello, Sim fans! Happy Thursday night to all of you. Welcome, welcome. Good to see you here. Hey, it's Thursday. It's Thursday, and you all know what that means, right? One more day in the weekend, right? So hopefully you're all doing well this Thursday night. Do appreciate those of you that have joined in. Hey, welcome T-Mac and welcome Captain Canada's Timmy. How are you guys and the rest of you Sim fans? Thank you for joining us. I think we're going to have a nice stream tonight. We're going to be cruising Florida. We're going to be landing some Florida airports. We're going to do a couple PAYWARE scenery and a couple FREEWARE sceneries tonight for all of you Sim fans. So, yes, definitely excited for this Sim fans. So we're going to start off, as you can see behind me, we've got Key West International Airport. This is one from FSDreamTeam. There's also a PAYWARE version of this by Orbix. I've been kind of tempted to try out the Orbix PAYWARE, but you know, it's kind of hard to do when I already have it and I've already paid for FSDreamTeam. So as I always like to do, you know, before we get started, just kind of take a little tour around the airport, you know, with our drone view. And yeah, you know, they've done a pretty good job, FSDreamTeam. You know, is it the best scenery in the world? Well, you know, arguably no, but it's pretty darn good, right? So just cruise around here. We got the terminal. You know, FSDreamTeam's done a good job, like I said, you know, and I don't really feel the need to drop another 12, 13 bucks or whatever it is for the Orbix scenery. And so, as you can see, we got some people here. I think we can actually go in the terminal. Let's try it out. You know, kind of, sort of. Well, not really. Seemed like there was an area here, but oh well, you know. I don't know, Sim fans. But hey, you know, it's not bad. Got the parking lot over here. Got the, you know, some buildings, some structures. Obviously, runway 927. So, you know, pretty decent airport from FSDreamTeam nonetheless. So that's where we're starting tonight, Sim fans. And then we're going to take off from here. And where are we going to go? Well, we're going to go to Miami first. And that's just a shade under an hour. So we'll go an hour to Miami. Oh, Rojo, how are you doing? Welcome, Rojo. Good to see you, my friend. Captain Canada's Timmy. Got to go in 3 minutes. Hey, nonetheless, I appreciate you stopping by, Captain Canada's Timmy. So we're going to fly from here to Miami. It's not that long a flight, just under an hour, like I said. And that's LatinVFR. And as many of you know that follow the stream and follow the channel, I love the LatinVFR scenery. It is great scenery. So that is PAYWARE as well, of course. And then from there, Sim fans, we're gonna john on over to Marco Island Airport. That is FREEWARE. Not bad scenery, I'll have to say. Check out the link below. I got a link to that FREEWARE scenery, excuse me. And that's below. And then we're gonna end the night with a jaunt over to Gainesville Airport. So Gainesville, Florida, Sim fans, and that also is FREEWARE. Also, link below. So check that out. Always nice to have some, you know, FREEWARE as well. You know, I throw in some PAYWARE, throw in some FREEWARE. Let's check it out. Let's see what we can get for free. Let's see what we can get for what we pay for. And, you know, there's some really good FREEWARE out there, so do check those out. And so let's go ahead and jump on into the aircraft here. I'm going to turn the tunes down for a moment. Hey, and how about that live stream last Saturday? I know many of you, you know, joined in and, you know, flew with us. We had a little bit of a landing challenge, so that was fun. Had several of you join together. Captain Matty, how are you doing? Good to see you, buddy. Captain Matty, welcome, welcome. Got your first phone 3 days ago. What did you get, Captain Matty? What did you get? Hopefully something really good, my friend. So, you know, and oh, by the way, we're flying in the latest version. Carenado did another update for the Piper Seminole, what we're in tonight, the PA-44. I like this one, Sim fans. I mean, I'm not a huge Carenado fan, but I think they have good stuff, decent stuff. And, but yeah, they've done another update. I am really, actually, Sim fans, I am encouraged by Carenado so far with Microsoft Flight Simulator. They're doing, they're keeping them updated. You know, on X-Plane, I would see them come out. We might be lucky if we have one update, and really lucky if we had two. I think this is like the third update since the release, maybe even the fourth. So it's good to see. It's good to see. And this is probably one of my favorites from Carenado. I don't know why. It's a fun plane to fly. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do our prop levers. As you can see, we got the Bravo throttle cam going for you guys tonight, and we're going to go ahead and just put up the mixture, get that ready. For some reason, have any of you had this happen before? I kind of want to know in chat if you have. So I got into this and I switched it. I have different profiles for like twin piston, single piston complex, you know, jet engine. And I got into this aircraft tonight, and my axis were all screwed up. And I switched it from the single. I've been flying the single. I went to the twin, and they were all messed up. They were like double mapped and everything. I'm like, what's going on with that? And there wasn't an update for Microsoft Flight Simulator since the last time I did a twin engine. So have you guys had any problems with that? I've had that happen now a couple times, and I know Asus has mentioned that before. I don't know. I'm kind of interested if you guys have had that happen. iPhone SE, Captain Matty. Awesome. Awesome. T-Mac, I got a phone 2 years ago. iPhone XR, and I don't use it a lot. Just my PC and iPad. Very, very cool. Yeah, I found this website that gives you PAYWARE scenery and the aircraft for free. KFLL, KDEN, 777. There's so many. Yeah, that's a good website, isn't it, Captain Canada's Timmy? I like it. There's a lot of good scenery. By the way, a week ago, I guess it was, Kavik scenery. Have you guys checked out the Kavik scenery? Like, I bought the scenery for like $18, $19, and I bought it off of Orbex. I'm like, oh, this looks good. And then after I bought it, I saw FREEWARE from the same place that I have the 2 FREEWARE packages tonight. Look up Kavik's. I swear it's the same thing. Save yourself 19 bucks. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we got to do is we got to turn on our fuel tanks. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Left fuel is on, right fuel is on. All right, the next thing we're going to do is, of course, we are going to turn on our battery. Of course, I've got the Alpha Flight Controls, as many of you know, so we got those going. And on this aircraft, usually on a cold start, we're going to prime this. So there's a prime button right here on the left. We're going to do that 3 times. We're going to go 1, 2, 3. Prime that up. We're going to open that up. Yell clear. Check around our aircraft. Looks good. Clear. Make sure nobody's around. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to turn on the left fuel pump, get that pressure going there. And now we're ready to rock and roll. We can hit that left. Got to make sure our parking brake's on, and it is. So we're going to turn on the left engine. Pull that throttle back. Got a good start there. I'm going to turn the fuel pump off. Going to prime the right engine. 1, 2, 3. And we're going to go ahead and turn the right fuel pump on. Guy got out of the way. Smart person, right? Light up the right. Pull that throttle back. Now we got that one lit. Let's go ahead and close the window so we can hear ourselves think, right? Turn on the alternator, and then we're going to turn on our avionics. So we can see we've got about 109 nautical miles. We're going to change it from V-lock, of course, to CDI. We'll hit the CDI button there to change the GPS. You see this switches over. Our desired track is 52. So what we're going to do, Stans, is we're just going to set our course to 52. So we're going to do that on the Bravo Throttle Quadrant here. 52. That looks probably about right there. Let's go ahead and, that's what I love about GA. It's like, hell, we're ready to go, right? Already ready to go. Let's check ATIS. Oop. Always do that. I hit the escape button. All right, let's do ATIS. Let's see what the weather is doing.
Key West Airport information. Echo 11000. Wind 105 at 20.
Ooh, got some wind.
10. Sky condition. Few clouds at 1,200 feet.
We are doing live weather tonight, SimFans, by the way.
Feet, few clouds at 12,400 feet. Temperature 28. Dew point 10. Altimeter tree 0.00.
300.
Runway 27 in use. Landing and departing runway 27.
27.
DSR aircraft. Say direction of flight. All aircraft read back hold short.
I always like to put my heading bug on the runway we're going to go to. All right.
Key West Airport information. Foxtrot 1100.
We're going to go to the west.
Key West ground golf. Bravo Golf Charlie Papa with Foxtrot request taxi to the active departure to the west.
Golf. Bravo Golf Charlie Papa taxi to an hold short at runway 27 using taxiway Alpha 6 Alpha Echo. Contact tower on 118.2 when ready.
Alrighty. Ready to taxi, SimFans?
Hold short runway 27 using taxiway.
Alright, let's go ahead and turn on our nav light. We got our beacon on. We're going to turn on a taxi, although this aircraft doesn't have a taxi. And then we can wait on the others. Take out the parking brake. And let's go ahead and get going. Turn on track IR. Wow, look at that aircraft rock a little bit there. Yeah, we got some winds to deal with here, SimFans. Aircraft up ahead there. Never know who might come fly with us, right? I'm going to put in a notch of flaps, so 1 notch of flaps in. Alright. So we're going to taxi to 2727. Checking out the course line there. Alright, SimFans, here we go. Checking out that beautiful Key West scenery from FSDreamTeam. WMKI, welcome, SimFan. Welcome to the stream tonight. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, welcome. Good to see all of you. You guys all ready for the weekend, are you? I know I am. I'm lucky, guys. I've got tomorrow off. I took tomorrow off. I'm going to do some more riding bicycle. Conditioning myself for a long ride across Iowa, so gonna shoot for 75 to 100 miles tomorrow. We'll see if I can do it. It's supposed to be pretty warm tomorrow. Not as warm as today. It got up to 93 degrees today here. Just insane. Alright, SimFans, let's see. You're gonna hold short on 27. We can even call out here to the tower to let them know we're ready. We'll do that tonight. How about that, SimFans? We'll go ahead and kind of do sort of what procedures we should be doing here. I'm going to hold short of that line, of course. I'm going to turn on the parking brake. And let's go ahead and call tower. Takeoff clearance, tower.
West Tower Golf. Bravo Golf Charlie Popper ready for west departure at runway 27.
Golf, Bravo Golf, Charlie Papa, altimeter, 30.00, wind 105 at 20. West departure approved. Cleared for takeoff runway 27.
Alrighty, thank you, tower.
Cleared for takeoff runway 27, Golf, Charlie Papa.
Take a look from the outside. You can see the aircraft. We got the landing light on. Got the beacon. We got the nav. Check to the right, looks clear. Check left, looks clear as well. Get lined up with the runway here. Seems like I need to turn down the sound effects inside the aircraft here, SimFans. Pretty loud. Alright, so let's check our instruments and our engines. We're looking all good. Always should do a check there. Everything looks set. Pressure looks good. Temperature looks good. I think we're ready to rock and roll, SimFans. What do you think? Alright. Check a couple more things here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and get this bird in the air. Check our trim. Okay. Here we go. We're going to do a right turn once we get off and going here. Shane, hey buddy, welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you, Shane. It's been a while. All right, positive rate, gear up. We want to climb out at about 88 knots. We can climb a little bit higher here.
Golf Charlie Papa, continue for west departure.
All right, thank you, tower.
Key West Tower Golf. Bravo
Start
Golf,
banking
Charlie
here.
Papa,
We can take that
continue
notch
for
of
west
flaps out. Beautiful. Love that T-tail, right? How's everybody doing on board here? Got enough space? Hopefully? How many of you have been to Florida, specifically the Keys? Ever been to Key West? My wife and I went to Key West. Boy, was it crowded. And they were having like some sort of like Mardi Gras party going on. So it was pretty crazy. It was pretty crazy. We're going to go ahead and intercept our course line at about a 45. There's that beautiful airport. I don't know. You know, put in chat if you guys have the Orbix or the FSDreamTeam scenery for Key West. I'm interested. Because like I said, I've got that's the FSDreamTeam scenery, and it's nice. But I think the Orbix looks pretty good too, so I'm kind of curious. We're going to level out tonight, SimFans, at 3,000 feet. One thing we don't have to worry about in Florida, right? Our mountains. All right, we got cleared for the frequency change, so we'll let them know we heard them.
Tower Golf, Bravo Golf, Charlie Papa, frequency change.
Yeah, they got pretty good sounds on this aircraft too, I think. Not bad, not bad. All right, we can start making our turn there. We're intercepting that course line. Just do our, try to do our standard rate turn here to the left. And we will go ahead and cruise on to Miami. And we're also getting right around that 3,000 mark. So we're going to dial in the autopilot here in just a moment. All right, let's go ahead and dial in that autopilot altitude. We can take some of the throttle out. Go about 2,400 on that. All right, SimFans, look at this. Now we can turn off our landing lights. So I'm going to go down here. We got the landing lights on. I will turn them off using the Alpha, and there they go. It's as easy as that, SimFans. I'll tell you what, general aviation aircraft, not too complex, not too complicated. I guess I could have turned this on, I guess, our transponder. We'll go ahead and turn that on. And let's see, we'll be at 1,200. It's at 1,200. So 1,200 is your standard VFR transponder frequency, right? So that's what we squawk, 1,200. Look at that, 46 minutes. So just over 45 minutes, SimFans, will be landing at LatinVFR, Miami. Shane, I finally get a chance to read your message. Shane, you said, what's going on? Sorry I've missed the last few streams. Was in Vegas last week and in South Carolina this week covering super regionals. That's awesome, dude. Well, hey, I suppose we can excuse that, Shane, given that you were in Vegas, baby. That's great, man. That's great. How was it? Was it good? Did you win any money, or did you gamble, or are you not a gambler, Shane? A300 soon. T-Mac, yes, sir. Well, let me put it this way, T-Mac. A320 soon. I got to figure out if I'm going to do the A320 or I'm still, the jury's still out. I'm hoping I can do that Saturday, rather than just another VFR flight in Microsoft Flight Simulator. But T-Mac, we'll see, my friend. We'll see. I'm trying to get proficient with it. I just, honestly, guys, I have not had a lot of time. And I know, the Airbus almost flies itself, right? This is true. This is true. But T-Mac, I am going to make an effort to do a commercial flight. If not this Saturday, definitely next week. Definitely. Brown face. We will be doing commercial flight, T-Mac. Don't worry, my friend. Don't worry. Hey, man, Shane, if you broke even, hey, man, that's winning, right? You break even in Vegas, you are winning. T-Mac says A300, please. All right, buddy. Well, we'll see. Well, I'll shoot for the commercial flight. A300, yeah, I'll see. A320, I've been kind of practicing up on the fly-by-wire, the A320. So. You know, not a lot to see here over the Keys. I mean, we've got some islands, of course. You know, there's this road system right over here. It connects all the Keys. If you've never been there, it's kind of an interesting drive. you know, the thing is like only one road, obviously, right, in and out, and so it's pretty interesting because I remember seeing a sign. It said something on the tune of like, how many days since the last fatality on the on that highway. It was pretty crazy, and it wasn't that many days. Actually, there was a wreck that was involved a motorcycle when we were on our way back from Key West. We were staying kind of not quite Key Largo, but we were staying on the Keys. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting drive. Shane, well, we broke even because my wife won 200 while playing slots at the airport as we were away. Oh, no kidding. I always look at those, Shane, and figure like, you know, who's going to win on those? Obviously, people do. People do, right? KMSY, KCHA to KMN. Yeah, that'd be a good IRL flight. FedEx A300 when you get it. All right, man. Hey, T-Mac and the rest, check out the Discord server below. T-Mac, we've got a section or an area there, buddy, where you can put in suggested flights for Microsoft Flight Simulator. Hey, Airsoft 1, welcome to the stream and welcome to the channel, Airsoft. Thank you for that subscription. Welcome, my friend. Thanks for joining us tonight. So T-Mac, yeah, drop that flight plan, if you would, in the Discord server, and then that way I can go back and reference that, and then we can look at doing that. I'll about how long a flight is that, T-Mac, for the A300? KMSY to KCHA to KMEM, so that's Memphis, MSY. I'm trying to remember what that one is. Gosh, it's like on the tip of my tongue, right? Airsoft, yo, hey, what's up? Yes, welcome, Airsoft. Hey, thanks again for the sub. Appreciate it, buddy. Appreciate it. It's gonna come to me. I don't want to cheat. It's obviously south. 2 hours total. Well, that's not bad. That's not bad. It's not bad. Oh, my brain is not working tonight. It's like I know that ICAGO code. Don't tell me. I want to figure it out. KMSY. Gosh darn. I don't know. It's not New Orleans. I give up. Tell me what it is. I can't think of what that one is. 2 hours? That would work, though. That would work, T-Mac. That 2 hours, that would be a bad flight. I think all of us could deal with that. Would be good with that, right? Let me know if the tunes are too loud, SimFans. Okay, now that we're up and in cruise, I'm going to turn off the controller cam, the Bravo cam. Get a little more real estate for you guys. Who else has it? You know, after you get a Microsoft Flight Simulator update, major update, you lose your view saves. I lose my view saves every once in a while, depending on like how big the update is, right? So it's between that and the access. I had the access issues twice now. It's kind of weird. Oh, you're on a fishing trip. Awesome, awesome, Airsoft. Where are you at fishing? I've got a friend that's going fishing this weekend. Up in Minnesota. It's new. Yeah, I'm like totally drawing a blank. That should give me the hint I need, T-Mac, but hint new. I don't want to cheat. I'm so tempted to cheat. It's still, I should have gotten it from that, buddy. I don't. It's been a long week, guys. I am like tired already. Lake St. Clair, Michigan. Oh, there you go. There you go. But yeah, I mean, I am definitely tired. I mean, it's been a long week, you know, because I'm gonna take work off tomorrow. I was like getting a bunch of stuff done for work to be able to have time off. It's gonna be a long ride tomorrow, but I'm looking forward to it. I am looking forward to it. Sometimes I'll post some pictures on my on our Discord server, and you know, of me biking, and you know, because it's simming, but you know, it's for all of us to pull. You know, if you want airsoft, check out the Discord server. Post a picture of the big catch that you get. It's a server for all of us. So feel free, my friend. Yeah, Lake. I don't know if that's probably some good fishing there, in at Lake St. Clair, Michigan. Airsoft, I'm guessing. It is New Orleans. Okay. Thank you, T-Mac. To Chattanooga and Memphis. That'd be good. That'd be a good flight, dude. That would be a good flight. New Orleans, right? New Orleans. Gotta call it New Orleans. Look at that blue water, that turquoise water with the sun coming up. Oh yeah, gorgeous. How about that though? Like how it adjusts the lighting. Love it, love it, love it, love it. And then also like the waves and stuff. You know, as you change, when you go to live weather, all of a sudden you see the ripples in the water. But when you do like just perfect skies, you just have this like glass water. Kind of cool. Kind of cool. No, really cool. Love it. Still need our flyby though. Awesome, Airsoft. Sounds good, buddy. Yeah, join the Discord server as well. Appreciate it. Did anybody see that the Stearman has been released? One of our very own sim fans, Kevin, said that it is definitely worth the buy. I plan on covering that during the weekly top 5 announcements coming up this. I'm kind of switching it, guys. I used to do it I was doing it on Sunday, but I think Monday or Tuesday is actually a better night to do it for all of you. Haha, T-Mac, I could fumble my way through starting up the A300, I'm guessing, but no, I am not at all familiar with the A300. So if you want me to do the A300, I might. How involved is the A300? Is it pretty good? Is it? I mean, I assume it's not as involved as the fly-by-wire, but maybe it is. To be honest with you, T-Mac, I'd have to download it and install it, buddy. Is that music too loud? I'm gonna do a sound check really quick. Yeah, it's a little loud, isn't it? I'll turn the music down a little bit. But yeah. Airsoft got a 12-pound, 2-foot-long pike and a 9-pound bass? Holy mackerel, dude. That is a huge bass. Man, pike. I don't know. I mean, I fish here and there. My parents actually had a place on Clear Lake, Iowa. Not a huge lake, not a small lake. But that's impressive though. That's very impressive, dude. That is impressive. Turn that down a little bit more. Whew. Loud. Sorry, fans. Loud, loud, loud. Well, I'll look for that, T-Mac. That's awesome. I appreciate the offer, buddy. Yeah. Yeah, see, and that's why I haven't done the A320 yet or the CRJ is I have just not... Work has been pretty crazy for me, guys, and so I haven't had a lot of time. You know, I do have a family. I have a couple kids, and, you know, it's just like... That's why these are... Did you ever wonder why I do these streams so late? It's that, right? But I think, like a lot of you, it's been working out pretty well, you know? And so... I upped the stream. Some of you said, oh, Symphonic, let's do like a 3 o'clock or, you know, a 2 o'clock. Heck, I did that. I think I had even less that joined. You know, it could have been the day, of course, but think we're finding kind of our niche time right here at 8:30. I do realize it's late, but hey. Yeah, the FMS, right? Yeah, the FMS that's the thing I got to get used to. Actually, if it was the aircraft itself, piece of cake, right? But it's the flight management computers that I got to get familiarized back with. So used to the Zebo. Very, very used to the Zebo. You know, somebody mentioned, I think it might have been Aces before, but there's like a flyby view that's going to be coming to Microsoft Flight Simulator here soon. So looking forward to that for sure. Oh, I missed WMKI. I'm sorry, I missed you. Excuse me. WMKI Ground says my football national team Malaysia is having a football match with Vietnam for qualifying to World Cup 2022 and Asian Cup 2023 on Saturday 12, June 2021 at 12:15. That's pretty sweet. That's cool. WFKI, awesome, man. Exciting stuff. Yeah, soccer stuff. That's football, right? It's popular stuff. I'm kind of excited. For American football that's coming up this fall. The COVID stuff, as long as things keep going the way they have, we'll actually have like tailgate. Guys, I think the tailgates are going to be like insane. You know. So looking forward to that. Well, any of it, right? Any of the tailgates for any of the sports, it's just going to be nuts. So definitely looking forward to that. A little bit of normalcy coming back here. We see that ocean lighten up with that sun, that turquoise water, and I'm going to tell you, SimFans, I've been to the Keys, and you want to talk about turquoise water? Absolutely has it. Go LSU Tigers! All right, T-Mac. See, now I'm an Iowa State fan because I'm in Iowa. So, but hey, LSU. Right on, man. I can dig it. Hey, they're not in the same conference, so I can get down with rooting for them. Any of you have the PA-44 from Carenado? What do you think? You do? I picked this up for $30. I think I bought it. There was a sale, of course, like after I bought it. But that's kind of fun. That's drone view, by the way. We're kind of a ways away from it. "30 minutes. By the way, I keep waiting for the PMDG DC6. Like, I'm gonna have to deck this out for you guys, right? We're gonna have to do like the Bravo Throttle Quadrant with like 4 engines, right? We obviously aren't gonna be able to do like the mixture or anything, but we'll do the 4 engines. And oh god, that's gonna be so much fun. That'll be crazy. I'm just like waiting any moment, that to be like announced and released. In fact, just gonna check some. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, guys. Hot off the press. Leonardo Softhouse Fly the Mad Dog X updated to 5.2 previews and Microsoft Flight Simulator. How about that? No kidding. I mean, obviously some of you might have the prepared version. I have the X-Plane version. That's sweet. Huh. Hey. VR Sim Designs releases the EMB 202. How about that? Air tractor time, right? So, little story on that. So, apparently, guys, check that out. That's on FS Elite. So, it looks like the EMB 202 crop duster has been released. So, you know, some of you know I've got my actual PPL. I don't have my commercial license, but I have my PPL. And so, where I was going at the airport, the guy that managed the airport was a certified flight instructor, of course, and also an FAA examiner, and he flew the air tractors, crop dust and all this. The guy was insane. He had like 20,000 hours or something like that. And I remember the first day I got to the FBO, fixed based operator, right? So this is in Webster City, Iowa. It's probably about 45 minutes north of where I'm at, northwest. And so I remember the first time I went there, because I already had my PPL, but I wanted to work on my commercial and my, you know, CFI, CFII instrument. And so I go up to the counter, and I was like, you know, I had an introductory flight with you know, one of the instructors, which I highly recommend if you're gonna, you know, learn to fly or whatever. Do shop around for an instructor, because everybody's different. They have a curriculum they got to follow, but everybody teaches different, as you know. Anyway, so I see this like huge, like, I don't know what the gauge of this wire was, guys, but it was like, seriously, it had to be like 2 inches thick, maybe 2.5, and it's strung behind on the wall behind the counter, and it was frayed at both ends. I'm like, what's the story with that? So I asked, like, what's with the wire hanging there? So this guy, so he's flying the crop duster. He hits a power line. It was a power line. He hits a power line with his vertical stabilizer, and he slams down on the ground, pops back up, and he thinks, "Whoa, I guess I better go back to the airport. I'm not sure what's going on." So he lands, and he taxis back, and he's dragging like 200 feet of this wire, this cable from a power line. Those guys, I tell you, they are crazy. I think the guy it had to be a cat, because he had definitely 9 lives, because I don't know how many times he said that, you know, there were close calls in that, but the guy was awesome pilot, but insane. Those guys are insane. But anyway, so that just got released. Check that out. That was on FS Elite. I just saw that. Just got announced today. Which, that's cool. What else we got here? I'm just making sure that there wasn't any announcement of the DC-6 yet. I've been really watching for that. Just Flight Previews, Hawk T1A, Advanced Trainer. Well, we kind of been keeping an eye on that one. Anyway, nothing on DC-6 yet from PMDG. I keep waiting for it. That'll be a fun plane. I don't know if any of you have it with prepared or FS10. WMKI, you're still here. Good. What time is it there, dude? It's got to be like, I have no idea. It's in the morning, right? So like 7, 8 in the morning there? I don't even know. Alan Cleveland, welcome, Alan. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to see you, Alan. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Georgia Dogs. Awesome. Yeah, I'm so pumped. I'm ready. I think we're all kind of ready, right? Like, I don't know. If you're not a sports fan, that's fine. But I think that you know, WMKI. You started with the the football stuff. We call it rugby. There you go. American football. We call it rugby. Yeah, I mean, it's. I think we're all ready, right? Ready for something different and to get out and about. $10:10 in Malaysia. Wow. Wow. That's nuts, dude. It's like 13 hours ahead. Wow. SEC, yeah. So I can't believe this. So they're saying, Iowa State football, which our program has usually been like in the dumps for the longest time, and we've got a coach, Matt Campbell, that's completely changed it and turned it around. And they're saying like the power rankings us to be in the top 5. Man, I don't know. I mean, I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful that we can do it, but top 5? I don't know. Let's put it this way. If they can do it, obviously that's awesome. But I'm a little leery of that ranking. Frank Rose, it has been a long time. Welcome, Frank. It's good to see you, buddy. Welcome to the stream, Frank. Awesome. Good to see you. Hey, we have some people coming back that haven't been here for a few weeks. You know, we've got Frank. Welcome, sir. Certainly Shane. Shane's back with us. Shane, I kind of thought, I don't know if you're still here, but I thought, you know, I changed this format for the live stream. So we're going to be doing Microsoft Flight Simulator majority of the time, Thursdays included. We used to do X-Plane. I know, Shane, you're a big Zebo fan, right? You're a big Zebo guru. And so, but, you know, change it up because I think most of you want to see Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to mix in some commercial flights with Microsoft Flight Simulator. I do promise I will do that. I will do that, T-Mac. But I'm gonna do like a mystery sim night, and I think I'm gonna do like the last Thursday of the month. So, you know, I'm not gonna tell you guys like what it is. So it might be Shane, it might be X-Plane, you know, it might be in the Zebo, or maybe it's gonna be iRacing. Maybe do a little racing with aces, or you know, some others might do some like actual ranked games, right? Races, not games, races. Or maybe bus simulator. There's a new bus simulator that's like, I don't know, it's like half of Germany or something like that. It seems pretty cool. If you ever watch Jeff Fabiano, he has that, so it might do that. Aviation Spotter told me no on the farming simulator. I think I agree. I think you guys would all have a snooze fest and probably fall asleep quickly if we did that. But a mystery sim on the very last Thursday of each month. I don't know how I'm going to decide on it. I might just make a decision and mix them up, or maybe I'll just spin a dial, spin the bottle. I don't know. Do something to try to figure out what we should do. Or maybe just have all of you maybe we'll do like some sort of poll and say, okay, we're not doing Microsoft Flight Simulator for Thursday night stream. What do you want to see? Do you want to see X-Plane? Do you want to see Bus Simulator? Do you want to see iRacing? Leave it to the fans. Leave it to all of you. And then you guys can decide. But then that takes away from the mystery, right? So, got to figure that out yet. All right, T-Mac. Hey, guy, I understand. Family time is important. Watch a movie. Hopefully it's a good family movie that you'll have, T-Mac. Hey, buddy, thanks for joining us tonight. I do appreciate it. If you have time, smash that thumbs up button. And for the rest of you, if you would, smash the thumbs up button if you like it. And T-Mac, definitely appreciate you stopping by, buddy. Blue skies, we'll see you soon. Temperature at 7 a.m. MYT, 3 hours and 13 minutes ago, is 22 degrees Celsius. Cool. Just under 20 minutes. I got to kind of watch that, SimFans, because I'll get talking, and then I'll I'll be like, oh, shoot, we need to descend, like, now, So, Randy Moak just subscribed. Randy, welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. Thank you for the subscription, Randy. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Randy, appreciate the subscribe. Thank you so much. Good to have you as part of the SimFan family. Boy, that was almost hard to say. SimFan family. Welcome, welcome, Randy. Appreciate it, buddy. So yeah, so I don't know. We got to back to the PMDG. I'm like all pumped to set up this Bravo Throttle Quadrant, right? With 4 engines, 4 axis. Now, how do you keep them all, together? The one thing about it, I did a review. I did a version 2 review. If you haven't checked out that for the Bravo, check it out. Because I did an updated review of what I like, what could be improved. And there are things, as great as it is, there are things that can improve. And, but, the one thing I forgot to mention when I did the version 2.0 review of the Bravo Throttle Quadrant is I forgot to mention that, the one thing I wish was a little bit different is that, and I'm not being nitpicky, I love it. You guys know this. I love the Bravo Throttle Quadrant. Best peripheral for the money out there, bar none. But the the levers are a little tiny. You know, they're kind of, I don't know, they're a little small, but you know, they had to fit the whole package together, and they only had so much, you know, in terms of like, you know, space. So it's not a problem. Don't get me wrong. Actually, it'd probably be a good thing with the 4-axis with the DC6, because I can actually probably get my palm on all 4 levers, you know. See you, T-Mac. Take care. You're probably already gone, but see you, buddy. WMKI. So yeah, I think that's the coolest temperature ever. What is 22? What's 22 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? What is that? I bet it is chilly though. Will you do a flight from Halifax to London Heathrow? Sure, Frank. Hey, Frank. Put that in the Discord if you would. I think you've gone to the Discord, but you guys check out the Discord server below, you know, check that out. It's down in the details, but there's a section, Frank, and I know T-Mac made the comment too. We have a channel for suggested flights, so throw that in there if you would, Frank, if you can. If you're not, you might be working. Are you working, Frank? You might be working. You can't. Maybe you can't get to Discord, so I'll try to capture that. But that'd be a good flight. I like that. You know, I kind of wanted to go and do a European flight anyway, right? That'd be cool. Yeah, I appreciate it, because I tend to, as you all know, I kind of tend to stick to the U.S. I mean, we've done a few European flights, but not a lot. So that's a good suggestion. Let's see. Shane, you mentioned something. Shane, you're editing photos. Oh, okay. Cool. Buy the add-on for levers that are done with 3D printers. Yeah, that's a good... Actually, I did that. I don't even know where I have them now, but I actually did. I had my buddy as a 3D printer. I had him actually make those, Shane. So I had them for, not for my Bravo, but I had it for I had 2 SciTech throttles, you know, the 3-axis ones, so you put 2 of them together, you get 6. And I had my buddy do 3D printer, and then I bought hardware and I put, or the 3D print of it, and then I bought hardware and put them together. Definitely, Shane. That's a good suggestion. I do have those. I almost wonder where the heck I put those. I'd get them out to show you guys. But yeah, that's the way to do it. And those were full size too. The only thing though, Shane. Now it wouldn't be a problem for the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, because you guys, there's a tension knob. If you can, oh, I don't have it on right now. Let me turn it on. The camera on it. So there's this tension screw right here. You see that? So you can actually tension. The thing that I had a problem when I made the 3D printed levers, Shane, is that he didn't have that with the SciTech. So they would actually just, like, if you got them to about halfway down the axis, just by gravity and the weight of those would just pull them all the way out. So I jerry-rigged something to make that work. Now there's a 45-degree box or something that you can make them kind of pivot them so that they're not like fully parallel with the ground, right? If that makes any sense. So you basically turn it 45 degrees so the levers are like, gravity doesn't take hold, essentially. I don't know. I'm not good at describing that stuff, but yeah. Oh yeah, I did too. Hold on a second, let me see if I can find them. Give me 1 second, I'm gonna leave everything going, I'm just gonna check something real quick. sorry about that. Thank you, MSFS. I was muted. Damn. Ha. Should know about that this day and time, right? Thank you, MSFS. So no, what I was saying is, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but yeah, it's probably like 7 pieces, and just as you can see, I put it all together, bought the hardware, glued the hardware on. Some of it actually screwed in, but actually I got like this box of, this is where the buttons are. So, but yeah, it worked out pretty well. Worked out well. Frank, again, go get that Dreamliner. You couldn't hear me. Get the Dreamliner, get it all loaded up, and then tell your boss that you have to get back to all of the SimFans and the SimFanatic stream tonight, right? Dude, I hope you can make it back. Frank, it's good to see you. You're still around. Say it all again. Alan, I caught pretty much all the yakety yak, don't talk back. I wish I could say that was the first time I've done that, but it's been a while, but I have done it. I'll do it again. You know I will. But yeah, that's the way to do it, Shane. And you know, if you guys have a friend that has a 3D printer, guys, you can buy them out there. But like, I was looking at the throttles, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Or the levers, rather, not the throttle. But you know, I was like, oh my gosh, they're charging like, I think some were charging like $65, $70 just for those 3D printed levers, and I'm like, no way. So find yourself a friend that has a 3D printer and ask him to do it. Captain Maddie is back. Welcome back, Captain Maddie. Good to see you, friend. All right, so you know, we've got about 5 minutes out. We're going to start our descent into Miami. Getting pretty close to Miami. Again, this is the LatinVFR, linked below, LatinVFR for Miami. I want to say it's $18. I might be off on that, but you can check out the link. You know, people ask me, is it worth it? And yeah, I think LatinVFR, you know, it's kind of hard. $18 is quite a bit, right? Like, I might still get the LatinVFR. It's Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, which is not that far to the north of Miami. And I actually thought about buying it and like go ahead and showcasing it tonight for all of you, because it was just released in the past week by LatinVFR. LatinVFR makes good stuff. I probably will buy it. But some of that stuff I kind of like, you know, maybe wait for it to go on sale, because when you start getting to the $20 for scenery, it's like you can buy Flight Simulator for $60, right guys? It's like 33% or 35% of what the actual simulator costs. That actually includes a lot of the, you know, scenery in different areas. It's kind of hard to palette it, but I do think LatinVFR, if you fly the airports often, I think it's worth it, but not for just a one time and gone, right? Thank you, Alan. Watch the time, absolutely, buddy. Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna watch that. So when we get down to, well, we're gonna be descending here in just a couple minutes. We could probably go ahead and call. How's the volume? Is the volume okay? Now that I have my mic unmuted, probably helps a little bit. You guys can hear me. Is the music too loud, or is it just, is it okay? Is everything good? Let's go ahead and tune Miami. There we are, 4. Let's go ahead and tune in ATIS first.
Miami Airport information, Sierra 1100 Zulu. Wind 109 at 21. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 500 feet, few clouds at 4,300 feet, few clouds at 12,500 feet. Temperature, 24. Dew point, 10. Altimeter 30.11.
3011.
Runway 26 right ILS, runway 26 left and ILS, runway 27 in use. Landing and departing runway 26 right, runway 26 left and runway 27. VFR aircraft, same direction of flight.
All right, so 26 on our visual. So we're gonna do 26.
Controller on initial contact, you have Sierra.
So we'll get that heading bug there. All right, good enough. Let's call tower. Let's see. Where's our next stop here, SimFans? Hold on. All right, our next stop is just 38. We're gonna do a touch and go at Miami. How about that? Do a little touch and
Tower
go.
Golf, Bravo Golf, Charlie Papa is 15 miles southwest, 3,200
Do a little
feet,
tower
Sierra
practice.
touch and go.
Golf, Bravo Golf, Charlie Papa, Miami Tower. Altimeter tree,
27?
02 wind 136 at 12. Enter left downwind runway 27.
Oh, okay, so 27 now. So we're not doing
Flight
visual.
level traffic runway 27
Oh,
Golf,
okay.
Charlie Papa.
That's fine. Runway 27 it is then. All right, SimFans. Did you say 3002? What happened there? Because I thought it said 3011. All right, time
United
to
1100 exit runway when able.
exit runway when able. All right, so 27 it is. 27. Get the airport diagram here really quick. I know you guys can't see this. Runway 27. So that's going to be the one on the far left, SimFans. Far left. Take a look at this with me, will ya? Make sure I'm looking at this right. You know, I gotta make you guys a part of this because we're flying together, right? So it's a together thing. It's a together thing. So there's our diagram, airport diagram, right? So here's 26 right, 26 left, and so we just got to know, hey, there's a terminal there, so when we're flying in, we know we're going to land on the far left runway. So always good to have situational awareness when we're coming in, and I think we're going to go ahead and start our descent. SimFans, let's go ahead and do that. We're going to go full propellers, got to get those all the way in. And then let's see if vertical speed will work on this thing. So if we drop down at approximately 500 feet per minute, we're going to take a little bit of throttle out, manifold pressure out, so we're not gaining too much speed. We're right now, what are we at, 145, ground speed at 145 knots. So we're just trying to use our GPS to keep our same speed so that we're not like accelerating. It's going to throw our times all off, right? MSFS all good, awesome, thank you buddy. Alan, thumbs up, excellent, thank you guys. Captain Maddie, on midnight PST, I will be flying to UUDD on Infinite Flight as TSO B748. Another long flight. Captain Maddie, you are a fan of the long flights, aren't you? WNKI ground. Okay, I'm back. I'm joined the Discord server. Excellent, my friend. That is awesome. Thank you for joining that. All right, SimFans. So if we're getting our bearings right, so we're going to kind of do. Did they say left downwind? What did they say? Yep, left downwind 27. Okay. So we know that's going to be right ahead of us, right? Because when we come in, so it's going to be this runway right here. So we're going to go a left downwind. What's Miami's elevation? I forgot to look. Can't be that high. Elevation 8 feet. Yeah, definitely not that high. Pull some throttle out here. Got to slow down. Captain Maddie, UUDD. I do not, my friend. I'm not sure what that is. UUDD. What is UUDD, Captain Maddie? What airport is that, buddy? So we're going to enter our pattern altitude, SimFans, and we don't want to make. Look at the haze off in the distance, right? That's pretty sweet. You got that kind of hazy area there with the skyline. Gosh, you just gotta love Microsoft Flight Simulator. I'm going to turn up. We're going to go ahead and turn off the autopilot, SimFans. We got that off. Let's go ahead and just start making a right turn as we continue to descend here for runway 27. Again, we're just going to do a touch and go. So we're going to do a touch and go. We're going to get up in the air, and then we're going to start heading to our next destination of Marco Island Airport, which again is FREEWARE. I'm going to turn on Trek IR. I'm not gonna lie, you know, LatinVFR is great scenery, but when you have like, I've got my graphics settings. I know some of you have asked this before. I should have launched on Nightbot, but you know, I've got an older system. It's a little over 4 years old. I got a 1080 card, and it you know, it taxes it a bit. I've got everything on medium settings. I've got 4x. You know, in terms of super sampling, and I think I've got TSAA for the anti-aliasing, you know, so I've got some things turned up where I think they, you know, the stuff that I think matters, everybody's different, but I'm a big one for anti-aliasing and super sampling because I don't like seeing jaggedness. It takes away from the immersion for me, so but you can see it's a little choppy. I mean, it's definitely doable, but it's a little choppy. It's also, my computer right now is loading textures. I can see my hard drive right now loading textures, and that's always going to add a little bit of chop. Got an aircraft up there. So let's go ahead and see 140. If we're under 140, we can drop the gear. So we're going to drop the gear. We're on 100. We're under 140 knots, so we're fine doing that. Of course, that's going to make the plane want to nose down because we're losing speed. So we got to add. We're going to do mixture full, right? And pretty soon the controller is going to call out to us, and we can enter our base turn. We're going to add a notch of flaps. 1 notch of flaps added. Gumps check. That means gas. You know, we've got both tanks, so we're good there. Undercarriage is down. Mixture set.
183 ready for IFR departure, runway 26 right.
Landing light is on, and he called to us.
183 altimeter tree, 0.04 wind 116 at 12. Cleared for takeoff, runway 26 right. Golf Charlie, Alpha wind 116 at 12. Clear touch and go left, traffic, runway 27.
Cleared for touch and go runway 27 Golf Charlie Papa.
So we're going to drop down.
Takeoff runway 26 right, FX 183.
Our notch flaps. Again, we're coming in at 27. Let's check off our right wing, make sure we're clear over there. Good to go. As you can see, it's taxing this a bit. It's taxing my system a bit. Kind of coming in here hot. I'm going to take
Clear
some.
to land, runway 26 right, Delta 490.
Probably could have extended that downwind a little bit there. So I will submit, it's a little choppy. It's a little choppy. .27. Always makes it more difficult to land too, doesn't it, SimFans? When you got it, you know, and you kind of got a little bit of a frame rate, a low frame rate, it does make it a little more difficult. Hold that nose off. Okay, got her landed. Go ahead and put the two notches of flaps up.
Alpha 490, go around.
You're up.
Going around Coca 490.
And again, this is the PAYWARE scenery by LatinVFR. This is Miami. Alright, we're going to take that last notch of flaps out. I usually take that last notch of flaps out, SimFans, when I'm above 400 feet above ground level. The best rate of climb is actually at 88. We're clearly well over that right now. So we can continue to climb out. And we got our, right there, that chiming, we got a middle marker. Of course, that would be if we're on an instrument flight plan. Oh, look at this guy. Turning in right here to us. Hello. Hello. Where are you going? Whew. That'd be scary if that was for real.
Miami
All right, now we gotta tune in our next waypoint, or next destination rather. So that is KMKY, which again, that is Marco Island, KMKY. So I'm gonna be smart. I'm gonna turn on the autopilot, and I'm gonna go ahead and hit heading. So we're just, and you can see those lights, indicator lights light up, which is kind of nice. KMKY, let's watch it. So let's get to 3,000. I want to hit my altitude toggle there. So we're gonna go direct, push that button in, and we're gonna go KMKY. Come on, oops. Altitude. KMKY. Now we got our outer marker, KMKY. Obviously in real life we want to keep watching outside and not just fixate on this, of course, right? There it is, Marco Island. Desired track 287. So we're kind of going in the right direction. So we're going to go ahead and do our... Oh, I got to get the right one here. 287 is our desired track. I do like that they sped this dial up. So if you just keep going, it'll speed up on here. So, all right, so there's 2728, about right there. And we're pretty close. We need to do a turn here, but I'm just gonna go ahead and hit our nav, and let's see if our aircraft will go ahead and turn in to our course line auto-magically. Thank you, autopilot. I know some of you are probably like, that's cheating. Use your resources, guys. That's what I always say. Use your resources. There's no shame in it. Stay proficient, of course, but no shame in using your resources. All right, so SimFans, 25 minutes. We're going to go ahead and pull some of our prop out. So we're going to go down to 2,400 RPM here. We're going to take our manifold pressure, and we're going to drop that to about 25, 24 as well. And then let's go ahead and get our mixture set. So pull that out a little bit so we're not burning as much fuel unnecessarily. And here we go. We've got 26% fuel, by the way, which that should be plenty, but we will be doing a full stop at Marco Island. Again, this is the FREEWARE scenery. Check out the link below. FREEWARE, you can't beat FREEWARE, right? How do you beat FREEWARE? So definitely check that out. And while we're doing that, let's go ahead and talk about free. Here's another thing, SimFans. So, you know, grab this stuff. Air nav, go back here, and we are going to plug in, what did we say? KMKY. So KMKY. So this is just airnav.com. Many of you already know about this. Some of you might not. This is great because it tells you, like, you know, the one thing, main thing I use is elevation, so it's only 5 foot above sea level. Obviously tells you the runways, it tells you the dimensions of the runways, 5,000 by 100 wide. 5,000 feet long, and then it gives you a little. So we got 1735 for Marco Island. So this should be a pretty fun airport to fly into. But definitely worth checking that out. Again, that's airnav.com. I don't know if I have that in the description, but I think many of you probably already know about that. Alan said, look better than most of the landings last Saturday night. Yes, Alan, how about that, man? So, Alan, that was a lot of fun, wasn't it? For those of you that are watching, check it out. So the last Saturday of every month, the first Saturday of every month, we have been doing, it was our third one, we've been doing a fly-in, a multiplayer fly-in, and for the first time last Saturday, we also, given the Discord server, I had everybody that wanted to be joined the voice channel in Discord, and we're all streaming right here, and so check it out. It was pretty fun. We did the Caribbean, and we did a couple landing challenges, right, Alan? So we did. We landed at St. Bart's, which that one's always an interesting. On runway 10, you come over that hill. You've all seen it. You know, people taking pictures in that in the aircraft's landing gear. You swear it's going to hit somebody on the head as they come in. And then the other one we did was a landing challenge at Saba. And so check that out. That was last Saturday when you get a moment. That was a lot of fun. And you don't have to, if you want to join in, you don't have to be like, you know, a professional pilot, but I mean, like, look at me. But, you know, and you know, some of you have made comments, you know, oh, I don't want to run into you guys. You don't, see, the thing is, SimFans, you're not going to run into each other, because if you've noticed, if you get too close to a multiplayer person, they just kind of like evaporate and you go right through them. There's no collisions, at least we don't have the collisions turned on. So there's nothing to worry about. I agree, voice did work well. I went back and watched it. I actually finally got a chance, Alan, what was it, Tuesday. I actually went back and listened and watched it. It was a good time, for sure. It was good. You know, so for our stream and our channel, you know, we've got real pilots, we've got casual pilots, we have sim pilots, and we have people that aren't even pilots that just like to come in, kind of check out Microsoft Flight Simulator and the group here and see what we're streaming. So, but point being is, you don't have to be like awesome at flight simming to be able to join the multiplayer fly-in. We have fun regardless. But yeah, it was a blast. So we did the Caribbean. The first fly-in we did the Caribbean, kind of the same route that we did last Saturday. The second time we did a fly-in Hawaiian Islands. So that was fun too. Not as challenging of landings in Hawaii, where we went anyway, but it was still fun nonetheless. Now we're finally over some vegetation, some land. All the swamps. Pretty good job on this. How many alligators and snakes you suppose are down there, SimFans? Hate those things. Snakes and alligators. They give me the heebie-jeebies. Like, I mean, spiders creep me out, but nothing like a snake. My wife and I were walking. We were just walking the dog around a couple blocks, and we can't. My wife just starts going, like, freaks me out, freaks the dog out. What's going on? And in the parkway, there was like, I don't know, probably like a 4-foot bull snake that was probably 2 inches wide. And you know, when you see something like that at first, you're kind of like, oh shit, is that real? But this thing was dead. I don't know if somebody hit it with their car or a guy mowing the lawn hit it, but I mean, at first glance, you think it's alive. But yeah, those things give me the willies. Tipped bird, bought a rooftop, so no experts among. Yeah, that's true. I forgot about that. I should have indexed that, Alan. That was funny. Oh, there were some good clips. I think, you know, Aviation, I don't see him yet tonight, but I'm sure Aces will be on later. But yeah, that was hysterical. I think there's going to be a highlight reel for sure on that, Alan. That was pretty funny, my friend. It's good stuff. All right, we need some different tunes. That's been going on for too long. Let's pump something else through these speakers. How about that? A little different here. Good stuff. What airport is this, you suppose, coming up, guys? KTNT. TNT? What's KTNT? Dade Collier Training and Transition Airport. How about that for a mouthful? Huh. Okay. Now it got like really soft. A little bit. We're gonna fly right over it, SimFans. So this would be, you know, if we had an emergency landing, how about, this couldn't have come at a better time if that was the case, huh? Although, you know, as flat as this, you'd have to worry about the trees though. That'd be the thing here, right? And the swamp. You get your, you'd probably not want to put your landing gear down and just do a belly landing because your wheels would get stuck in the swamp and the mud and stuff and flip you right over. But all these trees, this would be a welcome sight if you had an emergency situation for sure, right? There's so much detail. This is, you know, how about, remember like the FS10 days and like Microsoft Flight Simulator 2004 and we had to, you know, it was just like tiles, it was the same stuff. Well, even X-Plane, heck, for that matter, X-Plane 11, even if you don't have ortho, you know, they have better autogen and stuff, but we live in a wonderful time, SimFans. We do. There's things that aren't so great, but there's a lot of stuff with like the technology, obviously, that's really nice. We could have done a touch and go here. How are we doing on fuel? 22%, we're fine. We are fine. So we got 16 minutes away, yeah, we're good. It's kind of like looking at that, it's like, well, if we needed fuel, we could always stop. Notice there's no buildings here, though. I wonder if that's really the case. I doubt there's an airport like this without any 3D structures. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, let's see, Captain Matty. UDV is Moscow Domodedovo? I don't know. How do you pronounce that? Airport, and it's 28 miles southeast of the city of Moscow, Oblast, province, and the Russian Federation. Cool. Did you see there was an airport, Captain Matty, that was released. I know you don't have Microsoft Flight Simulator, but there was a was it a Moscow airport? There was an airport that was released. Scenery, it looked pretty good. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys buy? I'm just curious. Like, put it in chat if you will. For all of us to see. I'm kind of curious. Do you guys buy scenery for Microsoft Flight Simulator, or are you guys just like, you know what? It looks great as it is. You know, at least we have the 3D buildings, even if they don't look like they're not hand painted. Is the scenery something that really entices you? I mean, or do you just like buy like only those airports that you would fly to frequently, which probably should be the case anyway? I don't know. I'm a sucker for, well, there's two reasons I like buying scenery. One is so we can fly to the PAYWARE scenery. So if you're interested, we have I do the flyby with the drone. Domodedovo. Cool, Captain. But I like to buy the PAYWARE versions to show all you. Plus, translate as an excuse so I can buy some stuff. And then the other thing that's cool about it is it does add to the immersion, of course. I mean, like, because I do plan on flying, like I mentioned, a lot of commercial flights in the simulator here. So I tend to like to buy the bigger airports, like the Class B, Class C airports. So your bigger, kind of airport hub types, if you will. Just so that later on, when I'm big into commercial as well, then I can use those for that. Because I'm not going to be, well, unless I'm aviation spotter, I'm not going to be flying an Airbus or a CRJ into a municipal airport. I'm not aviation spotter, so he would. He actually, during the live stream, Alan, you remember this? When we landed at Saba, he actually landed the. Was he flying the? No, he was flying in general aviation. I think the first time he was landing a CRJ on it. It was hysterical. 13.5 minutes, SimFans. So what we're going to do is once we get to Marco Island, we will take probably a 7 to 10 minute break. refill our eggnog, you know, eggnog being a term for whatever drink you want. You get the reference, I'm sure. And then we're, you know, take a quick bathroom break, bio break, as Aces would put it, and then we'll come back and then we'll fly on to Gainesville, Florida. That's going to be approximately, let me go back to my notes, about an hour and 45 minutes, so that's going to be a longer stretch, so we definitely need to make sure that we fuel up for that flight. And during that flight, we might play some music from Crow Guy. Crow Guy's a sim fan as well. He's in a rock band out of Detroit. So we might play some music, highlight some of his music as we're on that route. He's been so kind to share that music. As many of the music sound that we're hearing, music is being provided by many talented artists, and he's one of them. And I, you know, talked to him last stream, and he's like, "Yeah, play it to your heart's content. I don't need to be here." It's like, okay, buddy. Got some clouds coming up. So we want to look around the cockpit here. So, you know, as Carenado does, they do a pretty good job with their aircraft. Got some click spots here. You know, we can turn on the light. I mean, I don't know how exciting that is, but maybe for some it is. The thing I like about the Just Flight aircraft is you can actually open the upper latch here as well as the door latch. Here you just get the one. I am not going to do that, by the way. How many of you were with me when I did that? I was like, oh, let's see what happens. I'm going to try to open that. Now, normally in a real aircraft, if you tried to open this because of the wind flow, you would have to really push on the door to get it to open. I'm like, yeah, I'll do crazy stuff like that every once in a while. And so I'm midstream, and I'm like, let's see what happens. And I click the door, and it opens completely up, and Microsoft Flight Simulator registers it as I overstressed the aircraft and went black screen, and I had to restart. So I'm not going to do that again. But yeah, Just Flight's kind of nice because they allow you to click this and click that. You know, pretty good texture. As any Carenado, I mean, we all know this, right? Carenado aircraft, they look good. Flight models may be pretty basic, but they do look good. So, yeah, I mean, not much to see, right? Pretty standard. Can we open that? No, you can't click on that. Not that we need to, but yeah, I mean, pretty basic, right? I'm telling you, I don't even want to open this window. I'm afraid, like, you know, the detection system in Flight Simulator would register that as a freaking overstressing the aircraft because I opened the little window. So we're just going to leave that stuff alone. I kind of learned my lesson one time I did it. It was kind of funny. I mean, it sucked because, you know, how long it takes to load Flight Simulator. Not as bad as X-Plane, but... I mean, I'm not here to rag on X-Plane, but oh my gosh, that's the worst. Load that thing, well, it probably doesn't help. I got 2,000 add-ons for it, but it takes an eternity to load. It makes Microsoft Flight Simulator look like it's on an M.2 entirely, which I'm sure some of you have it on there. $19% fuel. We certainly wouldn't want to go much less on it. I mean, we're still... Now we're in the yellow now. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So what you guys... So... You know, I've got to do a few more. I'm gonna do a review on the TPR pedals. So for those of you that are maybe new to the stream, you know, I use Thrustmaster TPR pedals. They're all metal and aluminum. They are magnificent. They're a little awkward. You got to mount them to something because the base is pretty narrow and small. But they're like a pendular pedals, but they feel real. I mean, they're full size and everything. So I think I'm going to do a review of them. and I need to do that here at some point. But so I think I'm going to do that. When the Charlie pedals come out, I'm going to see if I can't get those. So, you know, I've got the Alpha and Bravo, and usually, like, I got the Airbus levers as well for the Bravo quadrant. So I'm hoping that I'll get the opportunity to buy the Charlie pedals. So if I do get the Charlie pedals, I'm not going to keep them because I want to try them to compare them with the TPR pedals, but I might do something with that, like make them, if I do get a hold of them, maybe offer them up, to somebody after I get done use them if they want to buy them. I might even throw in a discount or something. But maybe that'd be a great, maybe not a giveaway, but kind of like, hey, live stream thing where, if I can get them, I don't know, maybe I won't even be able to get the Charlie pedals, but if I can get them, I will, so we can talk about them here and review those. I won't keep them though, because there's no point in me keeping them. I love my TPR pedals, so I want to try out the Charlies, but then I want to give them to maybe not give them, but sell them to one of you, maybe even at a discount. So we'll see. First, start with if I can get a hold of them. Running some clouds here. So let's see, we're at 3,000 feet, and we got to go back down to 1,000. So again, same thing. A couple minutes, we're going to start our descent. When we're about 5 minutes out, we'll start our descent, SimFans. Oh, okay, Callan. We'll do, buddy. Please post a plan. Yeah, I'll do that, bud. I'll do that. I thought I had in Discord, Alan. Did I not post that? I thought I had posted it in Discord, but maybe I missed doing that. I thought I had posted it, but it might have just been a link to the scheduled flight, maybe. Is probably what it was, Alan. And I do put that under the live streams channel. But yeah, I'll definitely make sure, Alan, I do that for the next the fly-in. Absolutely, buddy. Thank you. Thank you. All right, 1 minute to descent. I don't know, this airport isn't going to have, now, so this will have like a common traffic advisory frequency, so it's CTAF for short. So in the real world, see, cancel landing, so I can get back
Miami
to...
Tower Golf, Charlie Papa, cancel landing intention.
That was delayed.
Golf Charlie, update your cancellation is received.
Okay, nearest airport. And there's Marco Island. See, it's common traffic, so when you see that tune KMKY, you see that traffic on 122.7, that's just common traffic advisory frequency, so that's just airplanes flying the pattern. This cloud looks pretty vertical here, and so, but it does have automated weather, so let's check that.
Kilo Yankee, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu. Wind, 175 at 24. Visibility,
175 at 24, that's pretty good wind. 175 at 24. The runway, KMKY, what do we say?
26C2.10C altimeter 3007.
3007. 1735.
Kilo Yankee, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu. Wind, 175 at 24. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 500 feet, few clouds at 4,400 feet, few clouds at 12,500 feet. Temperature, 26C2.10C altimeter 3007.
Okay, well, getting ready here.
Automated weather observation, 1200.
Go through this cloud.
Wind, 175 at 24. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 500 feet, few clouds at 4,400 feet, few clouds at 12,500 feet. Temperature, 26C2.10C altimeter 3007.
One last time, I'll turn it off.
Kilo Yankee, automated weather observation, 1200 Zulu. Wind, 175 at 24.
175 at 24, so we definitely want to land at 17. Okay, so we're going to land runway 17, so we're going to dial that in. So 17. So we'll enter a left downwind for 17. That's pretty good winds though, SimFans. I mean, 24 knots. That's a pretty good clip for winds. I mean, I've landed in those, but that's pretty. But it's going to be going pretty much straight on, right? Because we're going to land at 1.7. So if you listen to that, it said 1.75 at 2.4. So 2.4 is 24 knots. Bear with me for those that already know this. But we have runway 17, so our wind's 175. So it's pretty much a direct headwind, right? Might have just a slightly off the right nose, but it's going to be pretty much straight headwind. So that's good. You know, if it's consistent, constant wind speeds, that's not so bad. The ones that are can be a trick is if you have gusts that go from, like, you know, 12 gusting to 24. That can really throw you off, and then add on to which, if you have a pretty decent crosswind, there's something called crosswind component that can get pretty interesting really quick. Take some of the manifold pressure out, so take some throttle out to reduce our speed here as we approach. Now again, this is freeware, SimFans, so you can grab it. Check out the description below. You can get this. You can get it tonight. Try it out. Let's see how well it does here. I didn't think the performance when I tried it last night. You know, sometimes you got to watch out for the freeware stuff, because you'll see it and be like, oh my gosh, that looks beautiful, and then you load it and you're like, okay, my sim's now at a 5 FPS, right? It like taxes your system all the way, so it becomes basically unusable. So, you know, you all know this, right? I'm not telling you something you don't know, but that's something to be obviously aware of. And that's sometimes maybe what you pay for as well, is, like, you know, the developers like LatinVFR and FSDreamTeam and Vertical Sim and stuff like that. They'll optimize they're pretty windy. See, we got some turbulence here, but yeah, they'll optimize that scenery so it runs well in multiple systems. By the way, my hard drive is running right now, so it's loading these textures right now for the scenery. So, you know, it can make an impact on your computer, obviously. So here's our runway up here. So yeah, we're going to be entering a downwind and you enter those at a 45-degree angle, roughly. And we need to make sure the speed is below 140 before we can put our landing gear down. We're going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go outside so we can see that animated. Check that out. So put the landing gear down. Notice on the Bravo Throttle Quadrant, we got the landing. Oh, you're not seeing it. I'm sorry. Turn that back on. But you can see these were red. Now they're green, of course. It's kind of cool. All right, turn the autopilot off before we get too close here. We're getting kind of close. Put a notch of flaps in. We will turn our track IR on. There's the airport. Props full, mixture full. Gumps check, gas. We're good to go. Undercarriage is set, mixture full, prop full. That's gumps. Trim out a bit. So what you're looking for is when you have the threshold, you know, I'm a little too close to that runway, but once you get at about 45 degrees, the threshold of that runway, you can start making your turn in. What I like to be is I'd like to be at about 300 feet below the pattern altitude when I start my turn in, so that I'm setting up for final when I'm about 500 feet above the ground. So here the ground's at just think ground's pretty much at sea level. So we can start making our turn. We're gonna go a little steeper than a standard rate turn just because we're pretty close to that runway. I'm gonna add in some throttle. The house is down there. It's beautiful. So now the other thing too is, like, notice now you get that heading bug. That's your heading, and you know it's like right off the left at a 90 degree. Throwing another notch of flaps. And we're gonna continue descending down. Pull a little more throttle out because we want to approach at about 75. again, get our last notch of flaps in. It's all about approach, right? Add some throttle. You know, the Carenado, it's okay, but I gotta be honest, the flight model, it kind of feels like you're on rails a little bit. It's not bad. We got some turbulence here as we go across these trees, although you'd think those, but this again, pull that throttle out. It likes to float a little bit. And floating, floating, floating. I should pull the throttle out of the ways back. Not great, but there we go. You want to have the horn if you can. There we go. Pretty smooth. Go ahead and apply the brakes. Take your flaps out, by the way. That'll give you the best braking action. All right. Not too bad. We floated quite a bit, though. I should have taken the throttle out earlier. Landing light is off. Strobe light off. We'll pull on in. We'll find a fuel pump. And we'll take a little break, SimFans. How about that? I can't wait for, like, you know, the thing I love about X-Plane I'm missing is, you know, the replay, so you can go to different external views and check out the landings and stuff. Ace is down. How you doing? But yes, my friend, I floated a ways down, but did hit that pretty smooth. Thank you, sir. Welcome, Aces. Welcome to the stream. Glad you're here with us, Aces, as always. Let's see. It looks like we got some fuel over here. But again, FREEWARE scenery, SimFans. Marco Island FREEWARE. Check it out. Let's see. Anybody see a fuel truck around here? I mean, I'm seeing, like, tanks there, but okay. Let's just kind of, well, I don't know. We'll pull up right here and we'll just say this is good. And we got the fuel truck there. We'll pretend that it's coming over to us. All right. Parking brake on. Track IR disabled. Avionics off. Pull the props out and pull the mixture out. And we're going to continue on. We're not going to quit for now. And of course, we're going to go ahead and get the alternator and battery off as well. We can open up our window, open up our door, get some air flowing in here. Oh, by the way, if you want, you can go here and we can put some static elements on here. So yeah, we got the static elements, and so we're ready to get fuel. Not that we would do that. I guess we're just gonna take a quick, 7-10 minute break. SimFans, hey, thank you everybody for joining. As always, glad to have you with us tonight. If you haven't already, please smash that thumbs up button. I see that many of you have. Thank you so much. We've had a couple subs so far, Aces. So thank you. Welcome to those that have subbed. If you haven't already, please sub. And but we're gonna take a quick 7-10 minutes. Let's shoot for 10 minutes. Go refresh your drink, grab a snack, meet back here. We've got another hour and a half, hour 45 minutes to our destination. Next flight is to Gainesville, SimFans. More music to come. We're going to play a little rock and roll from one of you, SimFans, that provided that to us. And so we'll play some more music on our way, have more discussion. Aces is in the house, SimFans. You don't want to miss that, right? More to come, SimFans. So stick around. Be right back with you. Give it 10. See you soon. right, Sim fans. Yeah, let's go, right? Okay. Well, before we continue on with our flight to Gainesville, again, I want to take a moment just to thank all of you for your continued support, and for those that are new to the stream, thank you for joining us tonight. Definitely appreciate it. We're a channel for fellow simmers, and so do appreciate you joining. You guys make this fun. You're the reason I do it. You're the reason we do it. And so, but I'm going to do a quick flyby just because, I like to highlight this if you want to bear with me. This is something I noticed. Like, you see those planes kind of jumping up and down? Look at that. Maybe they're doing, calisthenics. I don't know. They're exercising, keep themselves. I don't know what it's doing that. I noticed that last night when I loaded the freeware here. But it's pretty good looking stuff, except for that. That's kind of annoying. But But hey, you know what? Am I muted? I'm not muted. Am I not coming through? Hello? Doesn't look like I'm muted. You guys can't hear me? Oh, okay. You threw me off there, Ellen. No worries, buddy. Okay, so, but yeah, I mean, for freeware, can we really argue? We got some nice palm trees. We've got our jumping King Air, and what are those? Are those those are the CRJs. Not CRJs. Jeez, what am I trying to say, guys? What are those? Those are, citations. They're citations. And of course we got the Caravan here. Looks like the TBM. Got our fuel tanks as we saw as we went by. So yeah, not too bad. Not too bad for free, right? No worries, Alan. You're all good, buddy. Hey man, I don't blame you. I did it once already tonight, so I thought maybe I did it again. But yeah, for freeware, sim fans, you can't really go wrong, right? And it seems to perform all right. Okay, well, let's go get ahead and get this party started. All right, we're gonna hop back in. Probably turn that music down a little bit. Go ahead and turn that down a little bit there. Not so loud. That'll work. All right. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and turn off our static elements. Let's go ahead and get back out of the aircraft just to check, make sure everything's good. We're good there. I'm not gonna forget to fuel up though. We need to do that. We need to close the door. And let's go ahead and put fuel in this bird. Because we definitely run out of fuel. And I wish I could say that's never happened to me. In real life, it's never happened. I can't say it hasn't happened here. Go ahead and we'll put 75% in. And we should be, that's going to be obviously more than plenty. I'm always of the feeling like it's always better to have more than not enough, right? Gonna go ahead and put our props in full. We're gonna put our mixture in full. Sometimes we're gonna just crack that throttle out a little bit. And we don't need to prime it this time because we've been flying for a while. Our engine's still warm. So we're gonna go ahead and turn on the battery. And this is another thing let me turn on our Bravo cam here. Something else I really wanted to highlight here that I love about this Bravo throttle quadrant. So I've got the Alpha. So here, let me do this. So here's the Alpha. So I got the Alpha. Below are the TPR pedals. There's the TPR pedals, and then of course the Bravo. What I like about this is, when you turn the battery control on the Alpha, see that the lights go off and come back on. So it's all connects and works together. Just turn the battery on. You're going to see the lights come on here in a second, maybe if I hit the right one, and then there the lights come on. Pretty cool. I don't know, it's the little things, right? Doesn't take much to get me excited, So, anyway. But our engine is warm, sim fans, so we're going to go ahead and look around here, open up our window. We're going to yell clear, make sure there's nobody around. Okay, clear! Nobody around, so we can go ahead. We've got we've already got our fuel tanks already turned on, so we're good to go there. We're going to just go ahead and turn on the fuel pump. Left fuel pump, got pressure, and we're going to click over to the left. Got that lit up, started. turn off that left fuel pump. I guess I never turn off the right fuel pump. Turn on the right. And we're lit. I'm going to close that door so it's a little quieter. And of course we can turn off the right fuel pump. I guess I forgot to turn that off after we did that last time. Now we can turn on our alternator and then turn on our avionics. And we're going to go over here and we're going to dial in Gainesville. Gainesville is ICAO code is Kilo Golf November Victor KGNV. KGNV. Let's remember that, fans. KGNV. So we are going to go ahead. See, I do that every time. K G N V Victor. Gainesville Regional. Again, this is another FREEWARE scenery, SimFans. So here we go. That's why I always carry life rafts. All right, SimFans. So we got the plane running. We've got our beacon on. We can go ahead. I'm going to flip on the nav lights on the Alpha Flight Controls so we can see those come on. Very good. There is no taxi light on this airplane because if I hit taxi on, nothing happens. Landing does, but taxi does not, so that's fine. And we're going to go ahead. We're just going to go ahead and take off from the same runway. Hopefully I don't crash into something here because that's happened before. I hate to say it, but we're gonna go ahead and apply brakes. Maybe we can just go. I'm kind of afraid of going straight ahead. What do you think, guys? I'm not gonna try it. I'm not gonna try it. I'm afraid I'm gonna probably be smart to go. We're gonna go left because there's gonna be a little more clearance. So turn off the parking brakes. Put in the thrust for the right engine. Apply left brake. We'll have no problem here. Gosh, the brakes are touchy here. Alright, we're good to go. And ready to taxi back. Put in a notch of flaps. Done. We're going to taxi back here. Hey, did you guys check out? There's a improved, like I highlighted it. That's coming out. I don't know if it's been released yet, but it's supposed to improve like the taxiway markings and the signage and everything. I gotta check and see if that's out yet. But it's supposed to improve a lot of that stuff. I'm kind of excited about it. I'll definitely be buying it. Left turn, Clyde. Alright, I'm going to just go ahead and turn on the landing lights. Strobes. Let's hope to God that I'm going to take some of it. I really, the only thing is, and you guys have been with me, you've seen this before. And, like, if I mess, and let's see what happens. I'm going to mess with the trim wheel and hope to God this doesn't crash. I've had this before, and I don't know if it's a bug in the Seminole, but I've had it where if I mess with the, so I'm gonna mess with the trim wheel. I'm going to take out some trim. Let's go this route because it'll be easier to see. Because you really just should have that just slightly under neutral. Right? Just about right there. But I've had this before where it's like I go to take off and you've seen it, Aces, and all of a sudden it just says, oh, you overstressed the aircraft. And it's like, what? So let's see what happens. Full throttle. Well, I didn't hit my desired track. That's okay. We'll get up in the air and then I'll switch that course line. Course bug to the right one. Start pulling back at 65. Climb out. Landing gear up. What was our desired track? 357, so pretty much due north. So basically the other direction. So We're going to keep climbing. 400 feet above. We're going to take out that notch of flaps. Let's go ahead and start turning to the left. Look at that scenery, SimFans. How cool is that? Well, that's just built in. It never gets old, does it? It just never gets old. Yeah, go pick up that scenery, SimFans. Take some RPMs out of the props. So we bank to the left to pick up our 357 desired track. And we're off. Yeah, we're going to climb to 3,000 feet, SimFans. 3,000 feet. Pull some more of the RPMs out. Pull some throttle out. I mean, take that much out. And on to Gainesville we go. Look at that. Gulf of Mexico. Off to Gainesville we go. Still love VFR flying. Microsoft Flight Simulator, it's golden for VFR, isn't it? It's getting there with the commercial stuff, with the IFR. By the way, since you're here, I did check out your latest video post. We call out to Aces. He's got basic flight training and did a video on power off stalls. Check it out. He does a good job. He's getting going with his channel, and he's been a supporter of mine since about the start. And so Aces, appreciate it. And for all of you, I think it's worth checking out. Check out his site. I've got it linked below. But you can check it out when you get a chance. All right, we're going to continue our climb. Now, normally we would keep below these clouds on a VFR flight, right? We wouldn't be like flying up into the clouds on VFR. But, you know, with Flight Sim, one of the advantages that we do have, SimFans, as we all know, is that we can break the rules a little bit here and there if we want and not get ourselves in trouble with the FAA. So I'm a big fan of being able to play like it's in a sandbox. I mean, there's definitely a place for following procedures, and for our channel here, we kind of we do a little bit of both. We don't get too serious, but you know, we're gonna get serious enough that we're gonna follow procedures to a degree, but not so serious that, you know, we can't have a little fun either. Not to say if you follow procedures, you're not going to have fun. There's definitely a place for that, but there's plenty of streamers, YouTube streamers out there that go by the book, and there's plenty of them that have no clue what they're doing. So we're somewhere probably more towards the book, maybe on the halfway point towards the towards the book, by the book, but certainly not by the book, right? It's a good mix, I think. We're about to that 3,000, and we're gonna go ahead and hit the altitude hold on this aircraft once we get to the 3,000, and then I'm actually going to turn on the autopilot now. You can see that indicator light comes on, and then we'll go ahead and hit the altitude button. I always have a hard time seeing that with these sunglasses on. And then the next thing we're going to do is we're going to hit nav. Not approach. Nav. Aircraft is like, what are you doing to me? It's kind of hard to see the vertical speed here quickly. Flying back up, we lost some altitude there. that's the other thing. You know, I was talking about the things I like about the Bravo Throttle Quadrant on my 2.0 review, and the things that, hey, you bet, Aces. No problem. Happy to do it, buddy. Yeah, exactly, Aces. That's right. Yes, the Just Flight Rail Taxiways. Yes, that package. Is that out yet? You know, I highlighted one of the weekly top 5 announcements, and I haven't gone back to see if that's out yet. But I'll definitely be picking that one up. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and hit altitude again. Let's try this again, SimFans. Let's see if I can do it right this time. I hit the wrong button. See? Hitting the wrong button. What that'll do to you. Alright, well, we're at cruise altitude, so we'll turn off the Bravo Throttle Quadrant now. Not going to do much with that until we're on approach at Gainesville. And then we're going to go ahead and get our fuel, our mixture pulled out here. Get that EGT about even there. It seems to work for me. I don't know if that's right or not, but it seems to be close enough for government work. We're going to get our manifold to 24, and we're going to get our RPMs. As you can see there, we got 2400, and we're set up for cruise, and we're going to be cruising on to Gainesville. Got a buddy that went to Gainesville. Found a job there, and I don't even know. I lost contact with him. I don't know if he's still out there or not. Okay, thanks, Aces, for checking that. Not out yet, huh? That's definitely one that looks promising, doesn't it? I like seeing that. It's like, man, that looks pretty dope. It looks good. I think that's gonna be one of those gonna be like kind of like an X-Plane, you know, the XP Realistic. It's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, you gotta have it. Because I don't know about you guys, but that kind of, you know, as great as Microsoft Flight Simulator is, it drives me nuts when I like see these rogue taxiway lights all over the place, and then even the ones that are the outer markers, the blue, and then you have them like right in the middle of your path and stuff. That gets kind of annoying really quick. So it looks like this package for the United States is going to take care of it. So keep an eye out for that. Aces, are you going to get the Stearman? I was mentioning the Stearman. Thanks for the link there, Aces. The Stearman that was released. I know Kevin pointed that out in the Discord server, and he said that's a good plane. So something probably to check out as well. Come on, Microsoft Flight Simulator, don't be crashing on us. Oh, come on. Oh, thank God. I thought we were done for, guys. Every once in a while it makes me a little nervous. It's got to load stuff, and we're good. We're good, I think. We're going again. I hate that. You guys ever have that happen to you? Or just like Microsoft Flight Simulator just freezes up for a moment, and you're just kind of like, oh crap, what's going to happen? Are we going to be good? Are we going to crash? I've had a few times lately. Aces, I was mentioning this to the group here earlier in the stream. You weren't on yet. But I know you had issues with your axis mappings getting messed up, and I had that happen again tonight. I got this aircraft loaded up, and like my axis, I went from the single complex to the twin engine here complex, and my axis were all screwed up again from the last profile. And I know I reset all that up, but it was messed up again. And there wasn't a Microsoft update that I'm aware of that happened within the last, since I did multi-engine. So it was kind of weird. You are more of a warbird guy, that's true. You are, but kind of like the old warbirds though. I would think that like some of the old civilian planes might interest you because of that. But to each their own. By the way, the reason this is stuttering right now, and probably the reason why we froze up there for just a moment, Microsoft is loading textures right now. I can see my drive light going. So it should be behind us here shortly. Hopefully, we'll be back to smoothness. I can't. Can you guys? I'm gonna do a audio check here quick. Can't really hear the tunes. Tell me if that's too loud. I need to normalize the decibels on the music for the stream, because I've got some songs that are like really, really light, some that are just like almost blast your eardrums out. I need to go through, I use Adobe. I need to go through Audition or something and get it, or Premiere and get it normalized. Got some clouds, no big thing. Got some gorgeous textures as usual. An aircraft up there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Let's go to map view. Well, that's interesting. That's still showing Miami to there. Well, we're definitely not following that route. See, I noticed some things, there's like a little bit of bugs there, because, you know, like sometimes the map will, let me switch, did this work? No. But every once in a while that'll happen, like it doesn't redraw that, and notice it doesn't draw the course line here when I switched it, and that should. So there's some bugs for Asobo to get resolved here, for sure, when it comes. I mean, we're flying the course. I mean, we're gonna intercept it. But so the important thing is, like, the autopilot system, everything that's working, we're tracking right. But like, it's, I wonder if we zoom out, will we see the course line here? Yeah, see the course line's way over here. But that's not what it should be, because we've got user to Gainesville, so it should actually be painting a line for us. If it was working right, it'd be painting a line. I suppose we could probably do flight plan and try that, but we're going in the right direction. Yeah, I've got multiple profiles. So my profile that I set up, I did separate than default. So I've got a profile for twin commercial, like jet. I've got a profile for single engine. I got a profile for single engine complex, and I got a profile for multi-engine complex. And so I set my profile from single engine complex to multi-engine complex, and it was messed up. So I don't know what the deal is. I never use the default one. I never use the default, but I don't know. It must be overwriting something. It's not. I've had that twice, and I know Aces. I think you've had that happen too. And it's been fine for like the longest time, and then after like Sim Update 4 is when I first noticed it, and now, you know, I noticed it here again, just tonight. Hey Aces, how are you liking the track IR? Are you still liking the track IR? That's, by the way, for those of you that are wondering what the heck that is, that's track IR. There's a link below for that as well. But track IR is a must-have for anybody that's doing simming. If you ever fly DCS, you do Digital Combat Simulator, that's another one that, I'll tell you, if you don't have track IR in that and you're trying to fight people, give it up. Give it up. You're not gonna do very well. Yeah, you've had it happen a couple times too, Aces. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there, buddy. I'm not sure. But I kind of figured. And it's always when you're like, you know, in a rush. It always seems like, you know, like anytime, like I'm like, you know what, I'm going to go down. I'm going to get everything set up and ready to go. And if I'm doing it like, you know, an hour in advance, like a lot of times for these live streams, I'm usually trying to get everything set up like, in you know, probably about 45 minutes to an hour before we actually start. And I do like an audio check, and I make sure that everything's loaded, and I got a fresh, clean boot, just to try to prevent any issues. But like tonight, I was running late, and, you know, I'm like, here, I'm like 20 minutes before the stream starts, and I run into the stupid access stuff, and I have to remap it, and it's just like compounding, right? Every little thing. It worked out. I got here on time. We actually started on time in that, but yep, we're loading textures again. By the way, it's getting choppy again, so we're loading textures. I can see it on my drive. Anyway, so yeah, I don't know what the deal is with the access though. It's really getting annoying a little bit. So, you know what I should do? Aces, I should actually, so there's profile files. I think they're XML files. I should grab that and put it on Discord. I have one that I really like, that I've kind of fine-tuned in that. Remind me, and I can put it up on Discord and share that. And, you know, there's several of them that are out there that you can download as well. But I found one, I think I downloaded and then I kind of tweaked it a little bit. It's one that I really like anyway. But it is nice, isn't it? The Track IR, you can completely customize it and make it the way you want. You could have it like move your head just like 5 degrees, and it could be like in the virtual cockpit, move your head around 180 degrees. Yeah, it's pretty sweet. Yeah, let me know. Remind me, Aces, because I definitely would. I'll definitely do that. For those of you that have Track IR, it's yeah. Alan, you got. Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, you got it too. Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. I mean, I would like to try VR. I know I mentioned that before, but I would love to try VR. But I don't know. I want to be able to see the stuff around me. So. All right, Aces. All good, buddy. So I showed this before, but that's the studio. So that's where I'm sitting right now, SimFans. It's actually cool. I opened. There's a vent just above, not far behind me, above me, and it was closed. It was like burning up. I'm like, oh, you know what? I need to open that up because it was getting like 80-some degrees in my room, and I was like, oh my gosh, this is pathetic. So open it up, and wow, what an amazing difference that'll make, right? Get a little airflow going. Much better. All right, let's see. 1 hour and 10 minutes. Oh, we got some roads off there, up to the left. Look at that. I wonder what river this is. I mean, it's nice that there's some traffic. It'd be nice to see. I mean, I don't remember what I have. I probably can bump up my traffic settings, but even if I do like 100%, it's still not that much. It'd be nice to have a little more realistic traffic density, but you know, it's like anything. Anytime you jump those settings up, it starts impacting performance. So, I mean, it's a good mix, I guess. I honestly can't wait. I can't wait, guys, until like we have some real airline liveries. Won't that be nice? Like airline liveries with the sign gates. And so, you know, it's coming. I mean, Asobo stated that they're working on it. So hopefully that'll be coming at some point here. Yeah, I know some people, Alan, get really into the, you know, the VR stuff and can go crazy basically by getting their settings set just right, and then stuff gets wiped like you say, and then they have to start all over. Yeah, that would be another thing that would drive me crazy. I'm just, you know what, Track IR, it's cheap, relatively speaking. It's cheap. and you know it's reliable and it works great. Looks a little funky, you know, on your head, but tell me if VR goggles don't look funky, right? You got those big things on you, and you're like looking around, and yeah, like those don't look. So I don't know. I like the Trek IR for sure. For you, you guys or gals, whoever's out there watching, definitely check out Trek IR. If you don't have it, oh my goodness, are you missing out? It will change your flight simming experience 1,000%. I guarantee you, it will change how you do flight simming in an instant. You will be like, why have I not been doing this from the get-go? Why have I not had this? So Aces, I was telling everybody about, switching the format up for the live streams, and kind of thinking like the last Thursday of every month. You know, we got the first Saturday of the fly-in, multiplayer fly-in, and I think the voice thing worked out pretty well. You know, we talked about it afterwards. There's some adjustments we're going to make for the next time we do the live stream with the multiplayer fly-in with voice over Discord. But it went for a first time. I think it went well. But for like the last Thursday, we're going to do a mystery sim. So we're going to do something. Maybe it'll be X-Plane. Maybe it'll be iRacing. Maybe we'll actually get Aces and I into an actual ranked race together. That would be something to shoot for, Aces. Or maybe we'd do like Bus Simulator. Or maybe, just maybe, we could do, X-Plane or something. I don't know. I'm not going to do Prepared or FS10. I do own Prepared, but I haven't played that for the longest time. I haven't flown that forever since. Or we could do Forza, we could do Breakfast, we could do, I don't know, there's so many racing sims. Assetto Corsa, there's just all these different kinds of racing sims. I think some of you love Forza. I'm a big Forza fan. I love Forza. It's got to be sim though. Aces and I played a little Call of Duty Modern Warfare gunfight last night, and that was such a blast. Such a blast. I used to play that all the time. How many of you out there play Assetto Corsa? You like that, Alan? Yeah, I haven't, to be honest, I haven't played it a ton, but I do like it. It's pretty sweet. With them, that's not a bad thought. Hey, yeah, just a second. So I'll show you something. Yes, I've got a box of goodies. Let's set back on here. So, we could. So I got a little box of goodies here. So, we could do something like, how about 18 Wheels of Steel? God, that's old. Oh, that's one I forgot to mention. American Truck Simulator. We could do American Truck Simulator. Anybody remember this one? Lock On. Anybody ever play Lock On? That's an oldie but a goodie. Little A10. This one, Aces. I've been telling you need to get IL2. That's a good one. IL2. You're a Warbird fan. Oh, Aces. How about this? How about this, SimFans? NASCAR 4. God, when we actually had like this. Honestly, God, I don't even have an optical drive on my computer built out. So, I'd have to mount these on something and get it up. Here's another 18 Wheels of Steel. Here's another NASCAR. That one's by, I hate to say it though, EA. I'm not an EA fan. But you know what? Oh wait, I'm gonna get to that one here in a minute. How about rail simulator. How about we do a train simulator? Wouldn't that be exciting? Not really. Let's see. Oh, and for those of you that, let's see, which one is this? We got another one here. Oh, yeah, we're gonna go old school here, some fans. X-Plane 9. You know, that's not a bad idea. He says, like, I could load up some of this stuff and we could, like, see how, we could actually do a flight and see how well it compares. God, it'd feel like we were going back into the dark ages, wouldn't it? And then, you know, I had some of these add-ons for like FS10. Hey, this is coming soon. Like, how about PMDG and that? But ATR 72-500. That was by Flight 1. Flight 1 always made really, really good good aircraft. They could make your machine crawl to its, you know, come to its knees like PMDG. But speaking of PMDG, you can't go wrong with that one. You see it? PMDG, that's the 747-400. You want to talk about something making your system go to a crawl? That would do it. Here we go. There is Flight Simulator 10. And we all remember this one, Flight Simulator 10. How many discs was this? This was like important. To activate FS10, computer must be booted into safe mode with networking. Otherwise, activation will fail. I remember making that note so many years ago. These are actually when they came on DVD. It's like, ooh, DVD, wow, DVD, this is impressive. We got it on DVD. That was actually, this one's the deluxe edition. And then, of course, you would have the FS10 acceleration with the FA18, right? My green screen kind of makes it funky when I put it up to the camera. Sorry about that, guys. And then, of course, I'm saving like what I think was the best before Microsoft Flight Simulator as it is today. I'm saving what I think was the best one, or when I really got into it. And then, of course, X-Plane 10. Remember that? X-Plane 10 when it came out. And so this next one, SimFans, this was my favorite. This is when I really got, I mean, I've been, as many of you know, I've talked about this before, I've been into flight simming since like Sublogic on the Commodore 64, or even like the Apple, was it 2E or whatever the hell it was. But then, of course, Microsoft bought it, and it was all the wire buildings. Remember, you'd fly from Minks Field, and so that was like way back in the day. You had like one airport, right? That you actually had 3D buildings, and everything else was just 2D runways. But when I really started getting into Microsoft Flight Simulator was with this version. Microsoft 2004. This is, I would spend, guys, literally hours upon hours downloading add-ons. That's when I think the community, this was the version when community really started putting stuff out there on the internet. It's like the internet and a lot of the, shares. You could download files, people would put up stuff and they would do mods. This is really when it all started with the community, and it's interesting to see that, you know, with X-Plane and with Asobo, they understand that. They're smart about it because they know that let's make the community sell our product. Let's have the community sell our product. Let's put our development tools out there, give it to them for free, make it easy to create add-ons, and that's what happened with X-Plane. So Asobo's smart, right? They see that and they're like, we're gonna do the same thing. Amen. Because we have better stuff because of it. I mean, you look at Zebo and you look at fly-by-wire and you look at like the freeware we're flying into today or this evening. It's all, you know, by the blessed souls like that put their time into it and make it available for free. You know, there's something to be said about the PAYWARE, but there's a lot of freeware out there, SimFans. We're seeing it tonight. That there's people that put just as much time, if not more time, into some of this stuff than even the guys that are developing under a distributor and a company. And, you know, and so it's kind of cool stuff. Anyway, I thought I'd bring out my box of goodies for all of you. You know, I've done it before on the live stream, but it's been a while, so. But Aces, I don't know, maybe that, you know, we can do that. That might be good. EA bugs, it's in the game. For sure, man. All right. A little loud. Can do, can do. How's that? Is that better? Good call, Alan. That was a little loud. Is that better? Awesome. A10 tank killer, yeah. There's just, yeah, that's absolutely right, Alan. There's no way it gets better than it is now. I mean, we are at the precipice of, like, even with you know, Microsoft Flight Simulator, like, what is this stuff gonna look like in, like, have you ever thought about that? Like, I know you have, but, like, what is it gonna look like in 10 years? Maybe you say 5 years, but like 10 years, what is this gonna look like? I mean, it damn near looks real now. I mean, you could, like, mistake this stuff for the real thing. We had somebody on one of the live stream on last Saturday night was talking about, you know, you look at it and you could mistake it for real now. Crazy. Absolutely crazy. So Aces, I was telling others, you weren't here yet, but others on the stream here, again, thanks for following everybody. Love having you with us tonight. But I was telling everybody, Aces, earlier that I'm gonna shoot, I've got tomorrow off, so I took tomorrow off. And I know what Aces is thinking. He's like, oh, maybe SimFanatic will do an after stream get together, maybe. But here's the thing, I gotta get up early because I'm gonna try to put 75 to 100 miles. I'm trying to condition myself for RAGBRIDE, which is a bike ride all the way across the state of Iowa. And there's a ride that's called Bacoon, and it's a 72-mile ride that's next Saturday. So it's gonna be hot, but I'm gonna try for 75. I didn't make my 75, by the way, last time. I got to 62 miles and I threw the towel in. But I'm gonna try for 75 tomorrow. So I gotta get my good rest in tonight after the stream, but I'll let you all know how it goes. I might just drop some pictures as I'm doing it in Discord. Let you know if I'm making it, guys. Like, if SimFanatic actually will survive. I think SimFanatic will survive. I hope I do. I have before. Longest ride I've done is 115 miles. 115. I rode from Ames, Iowa to Clear Lake, and I had to zigzag on rural routes to avoid the interstate in that. 115 miles. That was a long day. That was a long day. My God, there's nobody flying the plane. I'm not sure what that means, Alan. Are you talking to me? Because if you are... I'm just going to have to say no thanks. Let's see. So I think there's a... Oh, here we go. Pilot. Let's turn a pilot on. So now we should see a pilot. Ah, there we go. Now we feel better. There's actually somebody in there flying. Oh, I could turn off the landing lights, I guess. Landing lights off. Now we got somebody flying. That was kind of creepy without somebody there, wasn't it? Probably should have a November call sign here. Given we're flying in the United States, right? Running pretty smooth right now. And we got our textures. Well, it's actually loading textures. I spoke too soon. It's starting to load textures again. Like, look at the lights here. I think the lights are actually pretty decent. I don't think any of us have ever accused Carenado for not having good texture work. We've always got decent looking aircraft. Check our map. Looks like we're tracking straight there. Gorgeous. Got another airport right up here. This looks to be, isn't it? Yeah. Go back to that. KCHN. You know, sometime I would like to do it like in real life. I'd like to just like do something like this, right? Go down to Florida, and you know, there's like all these like little tiny airstrips, like tucked away in these areas that you can't get to, you can't access them by the road system, and yet they have these, you know, these landing strips and stuff, and so I'd just love to, you know, because you can kind of get out of the way and it'd be like secluded and all that. Like, I mean, how cool would that be? Just like take your family or your wife or significant other and just like fly to these different, like out of the way little private places. I mean, you almost have like your own private island and just take aircraft. So I told my wife, I said, like someday, like when we retire and that, I would just love to get our own plane. I don't have my own plane, you know, rent because it's just cheaper, but you know, like sometime just like, you know, retire, get a plane and like go down to Florida and like just pick out like some of these different destinations and you know, chill out and land at them, and you know, I think it'd be the coolest thing just to kind of explore and stuff. Like I mentioned, it's going to be somewhere that I can stay the hell away from alligators and snakes. Probably going to be hard to do in Florida, right? But you know, be like by the ocean. Not that you can't still have alligators and snakes there, but yeah, I kind of think that would be pretty sweet. Cruise the country, if you will. Fields. Seriously, guys, how cool would that be, though, right? I mean, just like chilling out and just like keep going to like different destinations, and you know, sky's the limit. When you're retired, you know, just okay, what are we gonna do today? Well, let's see. Let's look at the map and let's look at the sectional. Oh yeah, well let's go to this spot. Crockett Gator. Dude, I mean, I shouldn't say I hate them, but those things creep me out. here's why. They will eat you. It doesn't matter. You go into the water and there's a crocodile there or an alligator. I mean, 9 times out of 10, they're gonna eat you. Your food. You know, at least if you're like going in the ocean, there's a shark that is like at least possibly. I mean, the chances are the shark's not gonna attack you. It might, but it's not going to. You go in with an alligator or a crocodile. Well, alligator maybe not necessarily, but probably if it's a big one, like a crocodile, you're gonna get eaten. Your food. You're on the bottom of the food chain. They will eat you. That's my problem with them. I can swim in an ocean, and if there's sharks, okay, I'm not necessarily going to completely freak out. I might get nervous, as anyone would. But if I saw a crocodile, I'm like, okay, 9 times out of 10, maybe even 10 out of 10, I'm going to get eaten by it. So I just, let's stay away from those things. But when I retire, the wallet is the limit. Yeah, well, I suppose, Ace is a good point. Get yourself set up with a nice 401k, you know, get your investments going so you have a steady flow, right? And then, yeah, no doubt, right? Captain Maddie's in the chat again. After Moscow, I'll be flying to Sao Paulo via Casablanca. Sweet. Solo piranhas. I don't know why I went on a tangent there about. I think it's because we're flying Florida, and so my brain just goes to, let's see, there's swamps, there's snakes, there's alligators, there's the kind of stuff that just gives me the creepies. But I love Florida. Don't get me wrong, Florida's awesome, but yeah. More often times than not, you're gonna be fine, right? But, no thanks. I'm not a big fan of the snakes and the crocodiles and alligators. Obviously, there's not crocodiles in Florida, right? I know that. But alligators, they're pretty big alligators around there. You know, when you see those things like attack like a zebra, that's like, I don't know, zebras probably weighs what, like 4 or 5 times that I do, or you see them like try to grab onto a hippo or an elephant's trunk, and you're like talking a freaking elephant as big as it is, and there's a crocodile that's grabbing onto its trunk trying to drag it down. I know I don't stand a chance. So you won't see me at Casablanca or, well, especially like Africa, anywhere that would be near the Nile with crocodiles, saltwater crocodiles. I find them interesting. I could probably get off the whole tip on the crocodiles and stuff, but they freak me out. My wife's like, why are you so freaked out about those? It's not, you live in Iowa. It's not like you're going to have a problem with, a crocodile or an alligator for that matter. Like the worst thing that we're probably going to come across is like maybe a brown recluse or a like spider or I don't know what. Is there like maybe there's, I don't know. I don't think there's wolves even. Foxes? Pretty safe in Iowa. Maybe a rabid cow? I don't know. Pretty safe. Time to come to the real world. Oh, cute. I used to have by the way, I used to have a pet piranha. Cases. I had a couple pet piranhas. Little red belly piranhas. That was years, or that was actually when I was a kid, I had those. Yeah. Oh, I know Casablanca's not near the Nile, but it's just like, Africa. Just like whenever I think Africa, I think alligator, I think crocodiles, and I think poisonous snakes and all that stuff. No, I know Casablanca is not near the Nile, dude. But anytime I think of Africa, though, I always think of just like, oh yeah, stuff that each. I like living in safe middle of America, Midwest. Like I say, we ran across a rat snake. It's not poisonous. It could probably maybe bite you and make you maybe bleed, but it's not like gonna kill you. Like, we don't have to worry about being at the bottom of the food chain here, right? I don't know why I'm on this tangent. Again, like, we're flying through Florida, and I think alligators and I think snakes. Those things freak me out. Freak me out. Anyway, I'll change topics because I'm sure you guys don't want to talk about my fears of what like creeps me out. But anyway, sorry I went on a tangent. Going in the nose kind of thing. So back to flying, yeah. At heading 359. Actually, Aces, technically, as long as we're at 0 to 3,000, we can be at any altitude there. Because at 0 to 3,000, we can be at any kind of altitude in between 0 and 3,000, right? It's once we're above 3,000, then we got to start hitting the 3,500 and the 4,500 depending on direction, right? Unless they change that regulation. So we're at 3,000, so we're okay. It's 0 to 3,000 above ground. We can fly anything between there. I'm being exposed. No, I'm fine. Up to 3,000, or we're okay. We can fly anything from 0 to 3,000 unless they change the regs, and I'm out of the practice here. But that should be ground, right? We're in ground or G airspace, not ground airspace, but we're in G airspace. So I think we're good. Unless a reg changed, and that could be, but not that I've heard of. What are we coming up on here, SimFans? We're coming up on airport right off to our left. What do we got there, SimFans, to our left? KLAL. That's not right, is it? Yeah, that's right. What is that? Pretty big. You should know what that is. KLAL. KLAL is Lakeland Linder International Airport. Oh, interesting. Lakeland Linder International Airport. You guys ever heard of that one? Interesting. Well, maybe I'm a foot above Aces. I could be, buddy. It looks like I'm 1 foot below, though, doesn't it? So I think, yeah, I'm just right below that. So I'm just under. I'm just compliant. Just barely. Watch your time. Thank you, Alan. It's all good, my friends. Let's see, we got 39 minutes. And, Aces, I've got, so the nice thing here, Alan's been trying to, when you were away, he was trying to keep me on track here. But we've got the left and right, we got crossfeed. And so, for once, Aces, I don't have to worry about switching tanks. I don't have to worry about switching the tanks. But yes, thank you, Alan. Keep me focused here, because I go on these tangents about crocodiles and alligators and crap like that. I can see us just flying completely past the airport, past Gainesville. Like, oh wait, I missed the turn at Albuquerque. I know what you were saying, dude. It's all good. It's all good. that's the other thing too. Like with the road systems and the water, but like how nice is it that we don't have to worry about mountains? Like flat as flat can be, right? Super flat. Don't have to worry about, you know, terrain warnings or anything like that. Oh yeah, of course I definitely have done that before races for sure. I get to talking and I'm not paying attention, which is always bad, right? Always a bad thing. Love that scenery. Yeah. Beautiful. I'm gonna tell you what, Sim fans, don't go anywhere. I gotta hit the restroom really quick. We've got 36, well, just under 37 minutes to our destination here. So we'll be right back, and yeah, stick around. I'm sure Aces will engage some of you and keep you entertained. I'll be right back. Give me just a couple minutes. I'll be right back, Sim fans, and we'll continue on, and we'll land at the next FREEWARE airport at Gainesville. Be right back. Okay. Ah, that's better. Oh my goodness. I didn't realize I had to bio break that bad, but I did. Thanks for your patience, Sim fans, and sticking around. So I had to laugh. So like when I got done, I saw my son's got another friend staying over, or having a sleepover tonight. And how cool is it that they're watching Ghostbusters? I love that movie. I mean, talk about a classic, right? So they're chilling out, you know, here at like 11:30 p.m. watching Ghostbusters. I'm okay with that, by the way. Actually, their last day of school was today before the summer, so like, hey, if you guys watch Ghostbusters, that's fine. I'm good with that. That's a classic. All right, well, I said we would play some rock and roll from Crow Guy, and so we're gonna bring that up. That's by the way, that is available to SimFans on our Discord server. So you need to check that out. Oh yeah, Ghostbusters Aces. It's you can't go wrong, right, man? I mean, talk about a true classic. Let's see. I'll get Discord up here. Yeah, whatever happened to like the 80s classics, right? I mean, whatever happened to those movies? Like, or I should say, whatever happened to like the movie industry? Like, they don't make comedies like that anymore. It's like we're just so missing out now. I mean, it's just like, so we got to go back to the good old days, right? Your promo's on. Okay, so, I need to download these things so I don't have to, like, scroll. Because I'm always playing these, like, right off of Discord. I really need to download them. Because we've got some good chat going on in Discord, SimFans. I mean, there's a lot of good chat going on. Now I gotta, oh yeah, I remember I posted the picture of me doing a little smoking of a pork butt. That was awesome. I will download these so I can have them and just play them. Although it is kind of funny to go back up through this stuff, guys, and like see like how this stuff that's been posted. Oh, we got a lot of stuff posted since. Holy mackerel, that's awesome. Okay, so. Alan Cleveland was timed out. Why did he get timed out? See, Alan Cleveland, what happened? It's all the capitalization. I thought I turned that off. Okay. I'll get back to your question here, Aces. I'm trying to remember. Let's see. He had posted like several. Oh, here we go. Because I know he posted some and then he posted more. I think it's Black Soul Swamp, isn't it? Aces, is that right? How's that for sound? Hopefully that's not too loud. I don't think that's too loud. Let me know, guys, if that's too loud. Why? So, Alan, why did you get What did you do? Why did Nightbot time you out? Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, so we've done multiplayer sessions, and so this music's provided by Crow Guy, so yeah, Crow Guy 72, and it is in Discord, and he said we could play it as much as we want, regardless if he's here or not. So pretty good stuff. He's a guitarist, and plays with, like, I don't know, Aces. How many bands did he say he plays with? Like 3 or 4? It was something insane like that. It was just like not just one band. Guess I'm a bad person. I want to know what you did, Alan. What did you do? You have message deleted by Nightbot. Says I can view deleted message. Oh, because you put a bunch of exclamation marks? Oh, that's super lame. I might have to check that out. Adjust Nightbot on that. That's kind of ridiculous. Seriously? It would time you out for that. That's ridiculous, dude. At least 3. Yeah, it's crazy, man. He's in that many bands. I don't know how. I mean, I had a hard enough time being in one band. 3? Okay, yep, I can turn it down. Asus, thank you. It's kind of hard to tell from my, because like it sounds really faint from me, but turn it down a little bit. See if that's better. Is that better, Aces? That's nuts. I didn't know Nightbot would time me out for a bunch of exclamation marks. Nightbot. We're gonna have to give Nightbot a name. I think we're gonna have to give Nightbot a name. Have to figure that out. Come up with a name for it. Don't give up. That's good, Alan. We don't want you to give up, buddy. So yeah, that was Black Soul Swamp, and again, thank you, Crow Guy 72, making that available to us. We'll play a couple more from there. Kind of helps both, right? He's helping us with our channel, but we can help him plug in that. Awesome. Okay, thanks, Aces. Appreciate it. As always. 24 minutes away. Let's switch over to Chrome, and let's go ahead and switch over to KGNV, right? Gainesville. So, here we go. Download PDF. So, got runway 29 and 11, and little narrow guy, 725. We should probably land on that, don't you think? Actually, that's not that bad, though. 4158 by 100. It looks so small here because of this bigger runway. Field elevation 151, so remember that. So we'll call that 200. So we'll call it pattern altitude. We'll just say it's 1200 or 1150, but we'll probably do 1200, make it easy. So 1200. So we need to lose 1800 feet. 2004 minutes. We'll still descend in approximately five minutes out. That sounds good. Not far now. Give Nightbot a drink. I agree, Alan. Nightbot needs to chill the heck out, doesn't he? That darn Nightbot. Well, I'll tell you what, Alan. I'll go in and I will adjust Nightbot to quit being such a jerk. Don't you dare, Nightbot, mute my SimFans, for goodness sakes. That is just unnecessary and uncalled for. Somebody's going to be muted. It's going to be by a real live moderator, right? Like, I'll have Aces mute before Nightbot. Nightbot's just like being kind of a jerk, really. Have a talk with him. Or give him a drink. I don't know, I want to waste my good whiskey on Nightbot, though. Right? I'm still Aces. I'm trying to kind of figure out, like, with this music, it's kind of like somewhere in between, like, I don't know. Isn't it? It's kind of a little bit between, like, maybe 80s, but with a grunge twist. I don't know. It's good. It's good. Not really grunge, I guess, but I don't know. Stinking Nightbot. I knew when I added Nightbot as a moderator to do the giveaway. See, Alan, it's all because of you, man. Because we had to do the giveaway, so I had to figure out a way to do it fairly, and so I had to ask Nightbot to help us out. Although Nightbot is pretty cool, I do admit. I just got to tame Nightbot down a little bit. So, how about one more? You guys want one more? Should we do one more? From Black Soul Swamp. That was Gone. Try my DJ skills, right? So that last one was Black Soul Swamp from the name of it, Gone. Next one is High Road. We'll do one more. And then we'll end with some, you know, because it's late night, we'll just end with some, like, really just mellow jazz. How about that? For sure, Aces. Right on, man. Yeah, I mean, we can pull the reins back on Nightbot for this, for sure. I feel like that they do the 3D pilot in here, though. That's a cool touch. It's almost a little like Skid Row-ish, right? A little Skid Row-ish. If I can say that as a term or a name. You know, we should ask Crow Guy if he has long hair. Like, are they doing the presentation of, like, you know, like the rock and roll of the late '80s, like hair bands stuff? I wonder. We gotta ask him that. Well, you're putting on the pressure then, Alan. If I don't hit the numbers. kind of making a challenge out of this, right? Aces, so any thoughts on the engine out scenario? I'm trying to remember your question. I did say I was going to get back to that, didn't I? I got to get back to it here. Look at all the deleted messages. Alan has been bad. Oh, it did it to all. It did it to all of Alan's. Just realizing that scrolling up. That's crazy. Let's see here. Okay, so you said so. Symphonic. I think I know the answer, but do tell. What's the rule of thumb for making turns when you've lost one of your twin engines? Left turns, right turns, etc., and why? Okay, well, you know, you got the asymmetric thrust, right? So if you have asymmetric thrust, you lose your. You got to think about this because I'm not actually rated in a multi-engine aircraft. But you know, if I were to think about it, if I had lost my left engine. I honestly think I would, just thinking about it, if I lost my left engine just because of how much it pulls, I would probably make a left turn on the engine that I had lost. I'd make the turn to the left because I'd have more power from the asymmetric thrust to kind of push me to the left. If I lost my right engine, I would probably be more prone to take right turns because I have more asymmetric thrust with my left engine pulling me through. Kind of the same concept or principle. If I'm taxiing and I want to like make a left turn, I'm going to power my right engine up so I can take that left turn easier by giving more thrust to the right engine. If that makes sense. I don't know if that's right, but that's kind of how I would approach that. That's kind of funny though that. See, Alan, you're putting all this pressure on me now. Now I gotta like, I've got to land on the numbers. I'm kind of a floater, Alan. I mean, I like to make the nice, soft, buttery landings, you know, like I did at the last airport. But you know what? I mean, that's okay though. No milk and cookies. See, I probably won't get the milk and cookies. But I'll try. Yeah, wing it. Exactly. I'll try it. I'll try winging it, Alan. We'll see. I like the challenge, though, my friend. I do. I like the challenge. I think I need to take you up on the challenge and see if I can pull it off. Yeah, I don't know. It could be, but it seems to me if you turn to the engine that's running, you'd be like in a skid. It almost seemed like you're in skid. But you know, I kind of wondered that too, Aces, because you know that could be right, man. Because it's like you have your dead wing, and it would be easy to let that bank too far, and you would over bank. I mean, I could see that. You know, that could be right, man. I honestly, I'm not rated a multi-engine, so I honestly don't know the answer. Because I could see that, yeah, where you would have too much left on your right if you're taking a left turn, but at the same time, if you're going a right turn, you'd be skidding. I don't know. That could be right. Because I could definitely see that. I could definitely see you have the right thrust and you dip your left engine. Or your left wing too far, and end up in a stall situation. So yeah, that could be right. I mean, that makes some sense to me. What do we got here, SimFans? Like off to our left there, we've got not sure. It says OCF. KOCF. So I'm always curious, like when we're flying by these. Yeah, that engine will provide less thrust. No kidding. Let's see, what is that airport? I'm always interested when we pass these places here. OCF, right? KOCF is Ocala International Airport, Jim Taylor Field. Don't know. Never heard of it. Let's get some tunes going here. Let's do a little. How about, guys? Does it sound good to do some jazz? Jazz. See, now I gotta turn it up a little bit. So Aces and Alan, let me know if this is too loud. Because again, it's kind of hard to tell through my headset here. I don't know. I mean, the more I think about it, Aces, I think you're right. I mean, that makes a lot of sense, because if your engine's dead on the left and you're making a left turn, I could see that. I could see, like, you know, getting into a situation where you're overbanking and then end up, like, you know, overbanking and drive it right into the ground. So it could be right. Take the power and even if you do skid, it's better than overbanking and end up in a bad situation. That could be right, man. Like you said, we should look that up, but that makes a lot of sense to me. I suppose that's one of the things you'd learn when, you know, they talk about asymmetric thrust when you're landing. But you ask you pose a good question when you're making turns, though. Do you guys ever see that Air Disasters show where it was the Sioux City flight? So Sioux City's Iowa, where I'm at, but I'm in the middle of Iowa names. But the pilots were actually turning. They'd lost all their hydraulics because the fan on number 2, which was in the tail, like severed the hydraulic lines, and so they had no aileron control or rudder control, and they turned the aircraft by thrust. So they had their engines, but they were like, they had the left and right engines, and they're like, there were 2 pilots manipulating the controls to turn the frickin' aircraft to be able to, like, get it to, like, it's absolutely amazing that they even got that down. I mean, I think they lost like a third of the people on the flight, but it's amazing they didn't lose everybody. I mean, and oh my gosh, if you guys haven't looked at that, find that. I can't remember. I'll find it here. But it's like the Sioux City flight, and I think it was it a United? But that was amazing what those pilots did. I thought it was United. Yeah, United Airlines Flight 232. It was, let's see, what year was that? 111 deaths. But it's amazing. It was 184 survivors, okay. So, but oh my God, 1989. That was on July 19th, 1989. So, I mean, you guys should check that out. That's truly amazing. Yeah, Sioux City. Yeah, it just amazing that they were able to land. I mean, they did. I mean, they landed. They crash landed. But I mean, even the fact that they got to the runway, you know, and more than half the people survived. Nobody should have survived that. Nobody. And there happened to be a. I think there was like a commercial airline instructor or something for United that happened to actually be on the plane that came to the front and was in the cabin. So you've got, like, I think that's when they would have like 3 pilots, you know, back in the day. Like one would be watching like all the systems and gauges and everything. So you had like 3 pilots already, but this guy came in and there were 4 pilots, like, doing everything they could to get this thing landed. I mean, I think there was an Air Disasters episode where they talked about that, and check it out. It's pretty interesting. It's amazing that they were able to get that down. And then of course the the pilot, the captain, was like beating himself up because people died. It's like, dude, understand, like nobody should have survived that. Nobody should have survived that. Like after that accident happened, the plane started banking and banking and banking, and I think they almost got to like a 90-degree bank, and they had to like quickly figure out to pull back the thrust on the right engine, full thrust on the left engine to get it to like level out. And I mean, the fact that they analyzed that and got it figured out so fast, because I mean, there was like an explosion. They didn't know if it was like a bomb or what it was, but the fact that they figured that out before the aircraft got out of control is amazing in itself. Not to even say like the fact that they got the aircraft actually crash landed on Sioux City Airfield is insane. Yeah, all about saving lives and all about saving lives. Yeah, I mean, absolutely amazing. And just what got me was at the end, like, I mean, the captain was actually getting, even after all the years, I don't remember when they filmed the Air Disasters, whatever show it was on, but like he was actually still, and I suppose, I mean, imagine you would be still emotional about it, but even after all these years, was still emotional about it. And he was like beating himself up that like people died. And you know, I suppose when you're in command, you're pilot in command, and you're the captain of the airplane, but the fact that like that many people still survive when nobody should have, like nobody should have. Yeah, good question. 5:50. So we've got about 50 seconds. Yeah, thanks Aces. We're going to be doing our descent profile here in just a minute. And we probably should call Gainesville because it's tower controlled, I'm sure. So let's go ahead and give them a call. Nearest airport. Let's see here. How could the airport really be that much farther from us? There it is, Gainesville Regional. Let's tune natives first.
Gainesville Airport information, India 1400 Zulu. Flight 16517. Visibility, tree. Sky condition, few clouds at 500 feet, few clouds at 4,400 feet, few clouds at 12,500 feet. Temperature, 27. Dew point, 10. Altimeter tree 0.07. Visual runway 11 in use. Landing and departing runway 11.
Not that far off.
Say direction of flight. All
Right there.
read back hold short and
Runway 11.
Advise controller on initial contact. You have India.
Get that set to 11.
Gainesville Airport information, India 1400.
Okay, well now we can call our tower. And this will be a full stop, of course.
Gainesville Tower Golf, Bravo Golf, Charlie Papa is
Start
1
descent.
miles south, 3,000 feet with India to land.
Golf, Bravo Golf, Charlie Papa, Gainesville Tower. Altimeter tree 0.05, wind tree 06 at 7. Fly left base runway 29er.
Left base. 29er.
Make left base runway 29er, Golf, Charlie Papa.
Well, that's a curveball, isn't it? 29er. Guess it doesn't matter either way I go here. 28, 29er, left base and 29er. Okay. Oh, that's what they told us, so I guess we're gonna go left base 29er as we approach. And finally, SimFans, what time is it? We're approaching, well, geez, we're just like right about at midnight, Central Standard Time. Again, thank you all for joining us tonight. Appreciate it so much as always. Watch for will be streaming again. Plan is for Saturday night. I got to figure out what we should fly Saturday night. We'll be flying Microsoft Flight Simulator again. I'm going to see if I can get a commercial flight in, but I'm probably not, to be honest. Because if I fly 75, if I ride my bike 75 to 100 miles tomorrow, I am not going to be worth a crap, SimFans, to like even be able to think about what we're going to do on Saturday. So if I even get it scheduled tomorrow, that'll be good. But it'll probably be another VFR flight. I'll try to figure out something cool. Maybe we'll go to Europe or something. So anyway, I'll get that scheduled. We'll do another live stream at 8:30 Central Standard Time. And what I'll plan on doing, SimFans, is like next week, I'll shoot for Thursday. I'm doing an actual commercial flight. It'll be the first commercial flight I do on Microsoft Flight Simulator live streaming. So we'll try to get that done.
Did you hear my last transmission?
Yes, sir.
Clear to land runway 29er.
Now we're gonna turn off the autopilot. We're gonna go full prop, full mixture. And we need a sterile cockpit, don't we? So we're going to go ahead and kill the music. And he said left base, and we got to get slowed down here a bit. Got to get below that 140. Now we can drop the landing gear, and that'll help get our speed down. Alan, you got timed out again, dude. All right, here we go. We will turn on our controller cam. Maybe. There because I was switching views. All right, we're going to enable track IR, SimFans. Right, well, Alan says we need to try to hit the numbers, so let's try to hit the numbers. That's not flaps. Yeah, my contacts are drying out. I know that sounds like an excuse, but it's true. I wish we had like it was just so low to begin with. Alright, I'm gonna pull them out now. See what happens. I'm gonna fly. I'm gonna go by him. Maybe. Just by him, Alan. Not too far, though. Still a butter landing, though. Alright. Flaps out. Yeah, basis short final is right, Aces. Alright. Turn landing off. Slow down here so we get off the runway. Yes, sir. Oh, that's closed. We'll go up here. So again, this is the FREEWARE scenery, SimFans, so check it out. We're going to go over to the right here. Let's see what we can find over here. But this is FREEWARE, but it's a decent development.
Golf Charlie
So
Papa contact ground on 121.7.
thanks, Alan. Appreciate it, buddy. That wasn't too bad. I did pass the numbers, but we still got a pretty We got kind of close. I wish we could do replay on it, but good enough for government work, like they say, Alan, right? We'll go taxiing over
Golf
to.
Charlie Papa, acknowledge last transmission.
Okay. See, that's the problem when you bring, you know,
121.7 for Golf
ATC
Charlie
in the
Papa.
picture. Look at the trees. Like we got the slope taxiway here too. Alright, well, we're just going to pretend that we got cleared to go across this runway here. Yeah, good enough for my milk and cookies. Exactly, Aces. Where are my milk and cookies, Alan? I need me milk and cookies. Alright, so we're going to pull on in here, SimFans. And then we'll do a quick... well, I'll conclude the stream, and then I'll do a flyby on the drone view if any of you care to see this freeware. But, you know, it's available, it's free, so you can always, you know, obviously check it out yourself. We'll kind of pull up to the... This is kind of funny. Do you see it's floating? This building's floating a little bit. Okay, well, you know, again, it's freeware, so can't get too picky. Parking brake is on, SimFans. Alright, so... taking the prop out and taking the mixture out. There it goes. We're going to go ahead and hit continue because we're not quite done yet. Going to turn the master off, the battery off, and here we are, SimFans. Okay, hey everybody, thanks so much for joining another stream. You know, it is a little late. It's just past midnight. Aces, it's a little past 1 in your neck of the woods, I know. But again, SimFans, thanks so much for joining us tonight. If you like the stream and you haven't already, smash the thumbs up button. I know a lot of you already have. Thank you so much. Subscribe if you haven't. We'll be seeing you again, hopefully this Saturday, 8:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll try to get something scheduled, like I mentioned, as soon as possible. And as always, SimFans, thanks again for following, supporting the channel. Again, thanks to you, Aces, for moderating the stream. Sole moderator tonight, Alan. Appreciate you being on here, and all the rest of you. Thanks so much. We'll see you hopefully on Saturday. And until then, SimFans, take care, blue skies, and we will see you soon. Take care, and until next time, bye-bye.